We both knew from the start that it would be this way, that we go separate ways, neither of us would stay. We try to find a way, we try to keep the faith, both knew we wouldn't stay. Girl, we both got things to work through, patience is a virtue, never meant to hurt you, but you know I will hurt you. Love the ones who hurt me, hurt the ones who love me, need to work on me, baby. My life isn't ordinary, there's a lot of pressure on me, things that nobody ever sees, baby. Just bear with me, every girl I meet wants to rescue me, telling me to risk cause I get no sleep. No, it's not the time I'll get it when I'm 6 feet deep. Just bear with me, every girl I meet wants to rescue me, telling me to risk cause I get no sleep. No, it's not the time I'll get it when we both knew from the start that it would be this way, that we go separate ways, neither of us would stay. We try to find a way, we try to keep the faith, both know we wouldn't stay. Girl, we both got things to work through, patience is a virtue, never meant to hurt you, but you know I will hurt you. I love the ones who hurt me, hurt the ones who love me, need to work on me, babe.
Check.
Life is full of warm and pleasure me, not sure if I can say that you'll treasure me.
Check.
How's that? Is this working now? Check. All right, let's turn this on. If you are in the chat, welcome in for the first time. Young Za, Jordan Paradise, welcome. It's great to have you. I think we got it. I think we fixed it. If you are in the chat and you want to submit, it's !submit. If you're with us on TikTok, come hang out on Twitch at twitch.tv/KayvanMD. If you want to skip the queue, there is a way to do it. Here are the instructions, but I will explain how everything goes, how this all works very shortly. We'll let some of the community members get in first, and then we'll get into how this all works. I'll explain. I'll tell you who I am, what I do, why we do this stream, what this playlist is that's next to me, how you can submit for this playlist in the future if you want to. But in the meantime, if you are here in the chat, make sure you go follow us on Instagram, make sure you join our Discord community, and make sure you submit your music using this link in the chat if you want to submit, all right? It's going to take all of your submissions into this lovely Google spreadsheet where I keep everything organized, and that way we can get through as many songs as we want to, as possible in the stream, okay? So we'll just give it a couple more minutes to let people come in. But if you're in the chat, let us know what you've been up to this week. What have you been working on? What are you excited about? What are you listening to? And we'll get into stuff very, very shortly. But welcome in for the first time if you are here. Thank you for watching. And thank you for joining our community. Did I see the submission? What's the artist's name? Maybe. It could be. These are all the submissions I have. Young's Eye is right here. So yes, I do. Moved out to LA. Congratulations on the move. What part of LA are you living in now? I'm based in Brooklyn, and I'll kind of do the whole intro and all that kind of stuff, but working on getting Picture Perfect remastered to this way tone. That's fire. Submitted like 9 a.m. while it's in there. That's great. Planning my next video on the content schedule for the release to do well. I love to hear that. Planning a content schedule and planning a rollout is definitely the best way to get the most out of your songs, and not doing that is the best way to not get anything out of your songs. Right off Melrose, great area. Yeah, Melrose is nice. There's definitely a lot of good stuff to do around there, a lot of things to see, a lot of places to eat. Like, all that area, there's a lot of good food in that area. Jay Savant, we'll get you bumped up to the top of the queue. I am an A&R. I am the director of A&R, actually, at the distribution company The Genius owns. So I do a little bit of everything. Jordan Paradise, I do see it. It's just further down the list. So I'll explain how everything works in a second. If you guys just hang out for a little bit, waiting for a couple more of the community members to get in, and then we will get started so you guys can see what it all looks like. But in the meantime, make sure you hit that link, submit your music if you have not. You can submit multiple times if you want. Just submit different songs if you can. You can submit music videos, content pieces, whatever you want feedback on. Just feel free to use that link and submit your music for it. So for everybody who is new, Malou, what's going on? I am doing well. If you Tuck, welcome back into the fold. It's nice to see you. All right, so for everybody who is new in here, I will explain who I am, what I do, and all that good stuff, and what this is and how this works, because it's not complicated. But there is a format. There is a way this all kind of moves, and then kind of like, you know, it makes more sense once we get into it. But I'm gonna explain how it all goes so you guys know, because it'll make life easier. So every Monday and Thursday, I go live from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern time. I am based in New York. That's why it's 6 to 8. And we listen to music. We give feedback. And that is what this is about. So why would you care? Why would you care at all about my feedback? So I am the director of A&R Genius Distro. I've been at Genius, the media company, for like the last 8 years, doing interviews, booking for interviews, and doing content strategy, branded content, live events, and all kinds of things on that front. I've also been managing artists for 10 years. So between management and distro, I have about 70 million streams under my belt. Independent and emerging artists pretty much every time. I don't really think there's anyone that's super established that I've worked with. But I've done a lot of that. I've made a lot of playlists. I've done a lot of content. So I started as a music blogger, and I've kind of worked my way through the media side. But I've also been an artist myself. That's how I started. I play classical violin, so I'm a trained musician. I produce music. I do have published songs that I've produced, which is pretty fun for me. I do a lot of playlists, and I make content to help support independent emerging artists. So a lot of what I do revolves around seeing how artists are broken, how people break artists, the methods that are used. So if you ever have music industry questions, feel free to ask. You can definitely do that. Also, if you want to submit, make sure you submit. And it's literally free to submit your music. If you haven't joined our Discord, do that too. There's a lot of free opportunities in all these places. I try to make sure that all of these things make sense. Young Za, I'll explain what I look for if you want that. If you know what I mean, like I can tell you what I look for in artists. Saying give me my chance isn't necessarily the best way to get my attention, if I'm being real. I would say that's why I do this stream. It is part artist development, music feedback, to see how artists take the advice we give them, roll with it, see what kind of effort they put on their own, right? Because it helps show me what kind of work ethic artists have, which I think is a really important thing, especially when you're working with them or trying to sign them. The music is always first, but I can explain all the things I look for, because it is more than just like, oh, this music is good, let me sign this artist, right? So I can talk about that stuff too. But in the meantime, if you have not submitted your music, make sure you hit command submit. This stream is really about finding new talent, playlisting music, following artists, and finding artists that I can keep track of. I have signed 6 artists from this stream so far to Genius Distro, which has been a really, really cool thing for me. Honestly, it's been fun. I'll show you some of them in a second. Hold on one second, though. I'm just sharing this with the community and making sure they get on. So, Genius Distro. This is what I do right now. These are some of the artists that we've worked with in the last couple of years. Okay, cool. When we get to it, I'll definitely let you know. So we worked with Win, Overcast. We did his Reset EP last year with the song To Be Honest, which is doing very well right now. Angelo Moda with his new EP this year. Ashoka, Serena, Chris Crack, Antone Now, CCBK, Leia the Leo, Ajna, Bray, My Name Isn't J-Mac, you guys may know. City James, Vivid, Jordan occasionally, and Cantrell. J-Mac, Bray, Ajna, Leia, Cece, Antone, Serena are all artists that we found here on the stream. So that's why I always tell people, if you're trying to get on my radar, this is literally the best way to do it. I do use this as a way to find artists that make sense to work with. Beyond that, we also have our Kayvan's House platform, which is a newer Instagram page we started, like, I don't know, maybe earlier this year, just as a way to highlight the artists that we find here on stream, but also all the other content pieces that we work on to highlight independent and emerging artists. Again, none of this is paid. None of this is like, what's the budget type shit. We just do this because we love finding new music, discovering artists, and supporting them as well, right? So we have a bunch of different content pieces. My Discover Monthly playlist, which just updated today and went live. We have our New Music Who This playlist, which updates every Friday. You can submit for that for free. Again, if you use this link in the chat, which is our release calendar, only put new music or upcoming releases in there, please. We also have, content about the stuff we find on stream, stuff from the comments. So if you go comment on this page also, like I'm listening to those submissions in there. We have our At Home With interview series, which is for independent emerging artists from this community, and is usually people, just highlighting people from this community as well. And then our Songs We Found on Twitch content, which goes live every single Tuesday, and that is going to highlight 5 new songs that we found here on the stream. So if you send me Spotify links, you get playlisted, all right? So how do you submit your music? How does this all work? If you submit your music, command submit, which is !submit. That's going to tell you how. If you want to skip the queue and get bumped up, all you have to do is subscribe or gift a sub to the stream. That is the best way to guarantee that you get played on stream today. We only do that because motherfuckers were in here asking me for a paid skip line, and I said, hey, if you want to do that, sure, you can subscribe. That way you get emotes. That way you get access to our subscribers-only channel in Discord, and that way you get ad-free viewing, so there's at least some value being brought back to you. If you would rather be doing it on PayPal, you can. If you hit !donate, it's really just up to you. Loverboy Drew, let me know the artist name again really quickly. I just want to make sure that I have the right one, and then we'll also get you bumped up, John, into the priority queue. So if you subscribe or gift a sub, all right, you'll get bumped into this priority queue marked in orange. These songs are guaranteed to play on stream today. They are the first songs that we will listen to on stream, and it is a guarantee we will listen to the song all the way through. That being said, because I don't love taking money from people, every 5 priority subscriber submissions, we will bump somebody up at random using this wonderful spinning wheel next to us. Yeah, you can submit beats if you want, bro, absolutely. And then at the last 30 minutes of the stream are always dedicated to people who are in the chat hanging out with us too. So there's always multiple opportunities to get bumped up for free if you stick around and hang out with us to the end of the stream. There's a section specifically for people from the chat. But if you'd rather roll the dice, you can wait. We'll spin the wheel. We'll see who gets bumped up. We'll only do one of those every 5 priority subscriber submissions. But if you want to guarantee you get played on stream today, the best thing you can do is subscribe or gift a sub, which will get you bumped into our priority queue marked in orange. That's a guarantee we'll play a song before the end of the stream, and we'll listen to it all the way through. That last 30 minutes of the stream is more of a rapid fire section, all right? There's only one rule in here, okay? Only one rule. Don't be an asshole in the chat. If you are being disrespectful of other people, I'm going to call you out. We'll give you a warning, and if you do it twice, I'm going to ban you, because we don't want that kind of energy in here. We really want to keep a positive environment where we can help artists develop and help them figure out what they need to do to improve, if anything at all. So if you have feedback for people on their music, please share it with us. We want to know what that feedback is. We want you to give constructive feedback to other artists. If you hear something you like, go follow the artist. I'll be pulling up socials as we go, and collaborate with each other. That is the other thing that I really love, okay? So, community playlist is updating this week, probably on Thursday. If you want to submit for that in the future, go join the Discord. It's free. It's open every single month. You'll see an announcement saying, hey, this is open. It's closed right now. But every month we open it back up. People can submit their music. We put the best 30 songs into this community playlist and then do content around that playlist as well, again, to highlight independent and emerging talent from the community. Okay, cool. Melody said most of the A&Rs should do what you do to sign artists. It's convenient for artists. Convenient for me, too. It's a great way to find artists, see what they're working about, get to know them a little bit, build that trust. I think that's a really important thing when I'm talking to artists, too. It is better for me to get to know you guys a little bit. You know what I mean? So, all right. Can I submit a beat? Yes, you can. Facts, most A&R should do what you do, sign artists. Honestly, like, I think it's been a really cool way for me to connect with artists and find things that I'm passionate about, because I do think that's a big thing for me. I guess before we get into it, you know, like, again, if you want to subscribe, I get this up, great. If not, that's fine. But the things that I look for as an A&R when I'm trying to sign an artist, right? One, the music has to be great. Like, that's the biggest thing for me. I'm very much music first. I've always been that way. If I can't get behind the music and put my name behind it and be like, yeah, I stand by this shit, I'm not going to sign it. There's no point. It's a waste of everyone's time. I really just want to work on stuff I'm passionate about, and I can go to people and be like, hey, I love this. You should like this too. You should listen to it. Because at the end of the day, I think the thing that maybe a lot of A&Rs don't care about as much is that at the end, this is my reputation, you know what I mean? This is my ear. I gotta stand by it. So the music has to be great first. That's not the only thing I think about. So we keep a small roster. We make sure that we're over-serving all of our clients and making sure that artists are getting the most out of every release that they do with us. So it's not about having a certain amount of followers, but it is about being active and understanding the social media landscape. So if you are not doing it at all, I can't do anything for you, all right? No one is going to do anything for you, because you need to build an audience and you need to build that traction on your own before people are going to get interested. This is just the fact of the music industry overall. If you want support, if you want to work with people, if you want people to work with you and want to work with you, unless you've got a budget you can just throw at people, right? Because money is going to open doors, and that's always going to be the case. Unless you have a budget to just throw at people like that, people want to see that there's movement, all right? Because at the end of the day, all of the things that are in place within the music industry are there to kind of add fuel to the fire, not build the fire from the ground up. So you as the artist, you and your team, if you got a manager, if you're just working with your friends on video or whatever it is, like, you guys are going to have to build that momentum first. So if you do not understand the social media landscape and you're just not doing it, then there's very little that anyone can do for you, me included, all right? I'm a one-person team. We do a lot of work. I do a lot of pitching. I work with a lot of artists. So there has to be some sort of team in place helping me achieve these things, because I literally cannot be the manager for every single person that we distribute, okay? That's one of the other things I look for, is knowing that there is some sort of support system around an artist to help them make social media content. Or if they do it on their own and they're doing it all the time, fuck yeah, amazing. If not, then I got to think about, does this make sense? Does this make sense for me to work on? Does it make sense for us to kind of give time and energy towards? Does it make sense for us to take up a spot on the roster that could maybe go to an artist who is going to do these things, okay? So those are the things I think about when I'm signing an artist. I do think that numbers, like social media numbers, streaming numbers, all that kind of shit can be built. And that is the point of having a team around you and support around you. But if you don't understand the things that you need to do as an artist on your side of things, there's not really much that I can do. I can't teach everybody. You know what I mean? It's like, and so that is kind of the point of this stream also, is in this stream, I can help you guys. I can teach you things. I can give you my experience and share the knowledge that I've learned with you guys too. And hopefully that will help you grow. So for me, a lot of the artists that I have signed from the stream, I've seen them develop over a period of 4 or 5 months. I've watched them grow. I've watched them apply advice and build and grow. And so, you know, it's kind of a natural pipeline of being like, okay, like if you're just getting started, here are the things you can do to improve. If you continue to improve and I see that work ethic, all right, cool. Maybe then I'm like, shit, maybe I should work with this artist. Maybe I can take a chance. Maybe I can take that risk and take this artist over, do some work with them and see what happens, all right? So this is Lab Rats. Yes, this is our community playlist draft. It's going to update on Thursday. But there is 30 new songs from the community in here, including this one from Lab Rats. Finesse's in there. It's basically all stuff from the community, right? So if you're in the chat, that's why I always say subscribe, get the sub. That'll how you get bumped up, right? If you don't want to do that, that's fine. We do have one free bump already in here. Chorizo, it's Sidarius, right? I want to make sure that I didn't just get the wrong artist in the priority queue. Can you tell us about what a manager really does? I mean, bro, managers, I've like it depends, right? Like I think that there's different types of managers. One, for me as a manager, I do a lot of different things. Okay, let me change this. I do a lot of different things, and it really just depends on what the artist needs. I think you don't need a manager unless there's something to manage. So that would be the first thing that I'd say. Is like if you're not at a point where there is anything that a manager can bring to the table that you can't be doing yourself, then there's no need to have a manager. But yes, if a new artist says they want to work with a big artist, the manager can make it happen in theory. They're probably going to be the best person to reach out to, but they're also going to be thinking about the business of the artist and their client. So they're probably going to ask you for a budget. You know what I mean? Artist doesn't really need a manager for real. I think when you get to a different part of your career and you get further in it, you do. Because there's a lot of things you have to juggle, from scheduling to like contract negotiation, contracts, deal negotiation, deal point negotiation. I do a lot of that kind of stuff, branded content stuff, contract review. It's like a lot of work that artists can't really necessarily do on their own. Like I quite literally am fucking doing pitching for artists. I'm setting up press for them. I'm doing like content opportunities and content shoots for them. I'm setting up video shoots and producing video shoots for them sometimes. I'm low-key executive producing sometimes and doing A&R work sometimes. It's just dependent on what the artist needs, right? So if the artist needs something, I can bring that to the table, then I'm gonna do it as a manager. What's the share of the manager? 15 to 20% is kind of industry standard, though I do think as the industry changes, that percentage changes too, and it's, you know, there's different partnerships and different deals and ways the artists and managers will work together and figure out how to do splits. For me, like at the beginning, I don't think there's really a need. Like you got to figure out how to do shit for yourself. I think it's better for you to figure out how to do shit for yourself. As an artist, I had a manager who was a piece of shit. I hated him. That's the only reason I ever tried to learn how to do all these other things. And I think doing that and stepping into that role has made me self-sufficient and able to do things like produce music or executive produce someone else's music or figure out how to do label agreements. You know what I mean? It's just the knowledge piece that I've learned from being a manager, but I started as an artist first. So I work with Genius. Are you part of it? I work with Genius. I've been at Genius for like 8 years. I helped grow the channel from like 500K to like the 11 million we're at now. I've done interviews, I've booked for interviews, I've done content strategy, I've done branded content, I've done live events, but now I work on the distro side and with signing artists to Genius and helping push that music out using the platform as a speaker, okay? If you tuck, let me know when you've got your submission in as well. We'll make sure we get you bumped up into the priority queue. and then we'll get started so you guys can kind of see what this process is like, and we'll get into it, all right? Like I said, I'll be pulling up socials as we go, so if you hear something you like, go follow the artist, go support the artist. That's what this is about. It's building support, building community around independent emerging artists, but you can't always ask whatever music industry questions you want throughout the stream, okay? Futa, I don't see it in there, bro. Can you make sure you submit in the Google form if you haven't? Maybe just do it again. Sometimes things get lost. I don't know why. All right, first up, we're starting with Jay Savant. You guys can see what this goes like, and we can go from there, okay? This is an unreleased, so like I said, that feedback is always great, especially on these unreleased. Okay, Jay November, that's why. These unreleased ones, man, like this is when we can really help an artist figure out how to develop. You know what I mean? Like that is why I do this, is kind of like to have these unreleased moments. Check the rhyme, what's up, bruh? All right, cool. Let's get into it. I'll take the first submission out. I don't need to. Just tell me when we get to it. Like if we get to it, that it's not the right one, and I'll go get the right one, okay? Just make sure you let me know in the chat. That's usually the easiest way to get me to get the right thing. All right, Jay Savant up first. This is Stay Down. I've really been enjoying this artist. Really cool pop, really cool R&B vibes, like a little bit of mixture of both. The initial feedback was to kind of work with more contemporary production styles, and I think we've already seen him kind of lean into that over the last 2 streams. And so we've been getting this really cool music that feels like super contemporary R&B pop music. So I'm excited to hear this one too. Still reminiscent of that 2000s, 90s sound that I love. And I think a lot of you guys love too, so let us know what you think in the chat. Vocals sound great as always. That squelchy synth sound I would maybe turn down a little bit. Let us know what you think in the chat, but I'm rocking with us. I do think that the vocals could still maybe be a little bit more of the focus inside of the mix. It does feel like some of those melodic elements in the production still kind of ring through a little bit more than the vocal do. And like one of the things that I say a lot of times is for vocalists, you got to make sure that your vocal is the star of the show in the mix, right? Gives me a T-Pain vibe if you use way less auto-tune, says Jordan Paradise. Reminds me of Blast a little bit as well. Melusa's master can go up. Loverboy Drew says, I'll mix it for free. So make sure you tap in. If you are looking for engineers, we do have a little resource in the Discord for creatives as well. So like if you need stuff, just make sure you get in the Discord. Sounds like a younger Tank. That's a great comparison. Xander says, smooth as fuck. Think the kick could be a little bit harder. I feel that too. I think that's good feedback on the kick from Xander Lee. And welcome in for the first time, Xander. If you are rocking with us, _Jay Savant on Instagram, make sure you go follow. I think this dude's kind of cold, bro. Like, I've really been enjoying the music. This more contemporary sound for me, bro, I think it really makes a difference. And I think that, all right, so the cool thing about R&B right now is the contemporary sound is a little bit more of a retro sound. So I think by you leaning into the contemporary production styles, you're still getting that nostalgia that you were giving us before, especially through the vocal, especially through the songwriting. But at the same time, that contemporary sound makes it more accessible for younger people who are maybe just getting into that sound or just getting into that style of music as well. So I'm super into it, man. I really think that these last 2 songs you've sent, I probably like, you know, I mean, they're definitely my favorite ones that we've heard from you so far, but it's cool. It's cool to hear the development. I think that's the thing that, you know, we talked about and you just fucking running with it, man. I love it. Check the Rhyme says, I like this. I want a little more of the lows since the beat's tone is higher, says the Loverboy Drew. I would agree with that too. The only other thing is that I would say is that I do also want the vocal to come up as well. So there isn't much effects on this, but I'd want to hear the raw vocals. I like singing ass singers. Drew Empire, let us know the artist name in the chat. We'll make sure we pull you up. We got Crisscross up next, remix part, exclamation mark, or question mark. I can't read. Might as well start a series. Thanks for always showing love. So we got another remix from Crisscross. If I got to, this is her remix of the song Awkward by SZA. So let us know what you think in the chat. Crisscross is a fire-ass producer, guys. From the Netherlands. I always say this about Dutch producers. Dutch producers are next level. All right? There's something about the water in the Netherlands. Let us know what you think in the chat. If you guys are looking for producers to work with, I highly recommend tapping in with Crisscross. Drew, we got you bumped up. They definitely are, right? I don't know what it is, bro. I can think of like a handful of Dutch producers off top that just are so different. The musical elements, the arrangement, the mixes, like there's a real technical, beautiful creativity that's out there. Melissa said literally Amsterdam. That in UK, yeah. So I say this a lot about Europe. I think that the focus on creating art to create art is kind of more the focus than it is about chasing a hit. Whereas like in the US, a lot of times it's about chasing a hit. That's the goal. So I do find that European producers tend to kind of lean into like a different type of musicality and kind of love for art first and foremost and making great art, which is the thing that I really appreciate about them. And I'll say, you'll hear me say that a lot. I'm from the UK originally, so how do you get bumped up? If you subscribe or gift a sub, you will get bumped into our priority queue. Tone, I agree. Jason Font did double back with another one. Let us know what you think of this one in the chat, guys. I almost wish that you would maybe process the vocals on it a little bit more. Like either with like a 4-minute shift or like something, just to give it like a little bit of a different edge on the vocal. But the production is fire, bro. Like you make your Afrobeat stuff is maybe my favorite production style that you do, but pure passion for real. Been making beats for 10 years, never made a single penny off it. Don't mind it though. Young Zom subscriber, don't know how to gift. Oh, so I think it should show up if you do sub or gift. I don't know. It should just be the same button basically that says gift a sub. Sorry, I wish I could give you a better answer than that. Yeah, the bounce on this is fucking immaculate. You really gotta get him, bro. One, I know I've said this before, you need to make content. Because I really do think that the DJs will find this on their own and be like, yo, I need this, man. Give me this version. Chris Cross on Instagram, 2 O's, 3 S's. Make sure you go follow if you're rocking with this one. Like I said, if you are somebody looking for a producer to work with, this dude is out here making crazy fucking beats. All right? Crazy beats. And you'd be crazy not to try and collaborate. So, tap in Chris Cross. Chris Cross, 2 zeros, 3 S's on Instagram. Go hit him up. The beat's fire. You might just fuck around and make a hit record and not even expect to, okay? Great production work, bro. I love the arrangement on it. Maybe the melodic elements could be slightly louder in the beat if I was going to be super critical of it. Some of those melodic elements, because they kind of lo-fi and process that way, get a little buried. But the drum, the rhythmic section, the arrangement's really nice. I like the flip of the song itself. Everything's in key, which is always a big thing on remixes. I do wish he'd maybe form and shifted the vocal just a tiny bit, or just done a little bit more processing on the vocal to give it a little bit of something extra, especially as a remix. But overall, I really liked it. Yes, all genres of music are welcome in here. I love music. It's that's it really. I've worked in country. I've worked with pop. I've worked with indie pop. I've worked with like folk music. I've worked with hip hop and R&B predominantly. But I listen to everything. I like electronic music too. So just send whatever you want. Drum selection is so good, says Mass Type Beat. I would agree with that. Jordan Paradise says this one is def cool, not my style, but the execution sounds great. Perfect. We've got Zahira up next with My Girl, another unreleased one, so definitely let us know what you think in the chat. It's a demo, but I wanted y'all to hear it to see what to add to it. No mix. So keep in mind that the mix is not done yet on this one, so don't judge that too harshly.
I'm descending from this orbit cause you clearly need
let us know what you think in the chat.
Out of reaching arms. Baby, how did this become
okay, when this is mixed, I need to hear it because I'm liking it so far. His vocal's pretty cool. I would use Usher's vocal as maybe a reference point. Or Music Soul Child, because you kind of have some Music Soul Child kind of tones. Tones to your vocal already. John says Firestar.
Should have known that we would break quite a few. And who could even judge us cause the truth's in our eyes. Fun loving and intertwined. Girl, the way you
Not necessarily, Mellow. We do have a distribution partner too, Lost, so we work with them.
Make our worlds combine, come be mine. Know that I need you back. But you playing with my mind, girl. You
The bounce on this shit is wonderful. Tone is perfect for this, says Futuck. Then it says octave jump in the pre-chorus vocal melody is so sick. Shinobi says this is insanely wavy. I agree. We just need a mix on it. That's it. Chestnut Check says gas. It is gaseous. What's up, oh Chaos? I love this pre-chorus. Elijah says definitely gives a Music Soul Child vibe. He's got that sweetness in his tone. The Music Soul Child, I've always loved him for that reason. It's his vocal tone. It's so relaxing and warm. And I think Zahira has that, man. Neptune's drums is crazy. Yeah, they bring that bounce. Jordan says, gotta hear this mix. It's fire already, though. If you guys are fucking with this one, it's the Lover Boy Drew on Instagram. Make sure you go follow.
You should know that I'm your type, and is it wrong to wanna try to be mine?
It's like Music Soul Child with Omarion, says Chestnut Check. Right, you guys, all right, we got R&B heads in the chat today. Great early 2000 Phil, says John. This is what I was waiting on. This breakdown's fire, says This Way Tone. Shinobi says, put me on once again doing insane. That's what we're here for.
You should be my.
Some cleaning up. I mean, you haven't mixed it yet, so I'm not going to judge the mix too harshly, but some cleaning up on tuning needed. Just a little bit of smoothing things out, especially when you get into some of those later parts in the runs. And that's probably just the auto-tune settings as is right now. You know what I mean? Like, I would get in there and do some maybe Melodyne pitched shifting stuff because it'll probably get a little bit cleaner that way. Elijah said, I used to sing so beautiful, faithfully, but bro, you guys can make me sing you a song if you want, because I do sing too. All you have to do is use those channel points at the bottom. So if you have channel points to use, I think it's like 1,000, and you can make me sing you a song, and I will sing you Music Soul Child if you ask it. If you really want me to, I've even thought about bringing the piano in here from the other room, so I can bring it in and just serenade you guys on stream when someone asks me for a song. We'll see. I don't know. That's a lot. That's a little extra. It's not what we're here for. So I'll be doing the absolute most. 10,000. Yeah, sorry, 10,000. People were doing it way too much, and it was like slowing down the stream before. So I had to be like, yeah, there's got to be. You got to give me you got to give me all your points, all your channel points. Those don't cost money. So like, it's just a thing you get for being in the chat. That's all. Speaking of doing the most, guys, I saw Usher this weekend, and fuck, man, if you get a chance, you have to go to the tour. He does the absolute most in the show. Like, it's unbelievable. He does the absolute most. You get channel points for just like being in the chat and taking part in the chat too. So just take part in the chat and you'll get them. All right, we've got John up next. All right, this artist, man. So I really like this artist too. Definitely, again, we're getting some real great R&B vibes tonight. Unreleased 3 Past Midnight. This is his group. John, and I think Trent is the other artist in this group. And they're just tight. Like, I really think you guys are gonna like this one. It's called Another Summer, Another Fall. It's a little hip hop. It's a little R&B. You get a little bit of both. My favorite 2 genres, so I'm not mad at that. How mad if you duet that, bro? Teach Me was always my favorite Music Soul Child song. Hey, just made this yesterday. Let us know what you think in the chat. Flows, guys. Already love it. The beat's crazy. 3 Past Midnight on Instagram. John 3 p.m. and Trent 3 p.m. The 2 artists in this group. I love the flip of this sample too. It's really good. 143, one of my favorites, says Futuck. But I stand tall, spent my last dollars on Jordans. Watch me still ball. 2010 aspirations is signing the top dog. This fucking melodic part right here is real nice. I love the way your voices kind of contrast each other too. Like, it's always been one of those things with you guys where like one of you's a little bit more like melodic. One of you has that like really like chill kind of like low rap voice. I just like it a lot, man. It's a very authentic sound from both of you. The labels only do 5-year deals, or can it be 1 year? It depends on the label, bro. Every label deal is gonna be different. That's why I gotta read the contracts. Trent's one of my favorite rappers for real, says John. Little quiet on the master, but obviously you guys just demoed this last night, so I'm not really judging the mix too heavily. This is the type of musical cleanse I need. That's why I like doing these streams on Monday, in all honesty, because Mondays fucking suck ass. I hate going to fucking work on Monday. But then at the end of the day, I get to do this. It breaks it up. Thursday's another nice one. I have soccer on Wednesday to break up my week. But I love doing these streams on Mondays. I used to do Mondays, Fridays, but you know, I got shit to do. Alright, Just Friends, one of my favorites. Half Crazy, probably one of my favorites too. Love, Teach Me, Don't Change, So Beautiful, Buddy. Oh man, I could just listen to Music Soul Child all fucking day. I love the feel of the gang, can never give it up. Let us know what you think in the chat. For me, the only real feedback I have is on the mix and just making it feel full, making it feel like actually mixed, and that's it. Really great chemistry between the two of you, though. I like that you have this Green Lantern picture as the artwork. All day, bro. Young Zai, I hope so. If we don't get to you today, though, make sure you just tap in with some of the other free opportunities, because I listen to a lot of music every week. And there's always ways you can get music in front of me, even if you don't get played on stream. I literally just followed this. You guys watch me do it. All right? You literally just watched me follow 3 Past Midnight 5 minutes ago. Why am I following them again? Why do I have to do that? B-Cave, you absolutely can, bro. Let me know the artist name in the chat. I think it's just B-Cave. Yeah, for anybody who has an automatic resubscriber every month, you do get 1 free bump every month, so you do just have to let me know when you want to use that one. I don't see the B-Cave submission in here yet, bro. Just let me know when it's in there, okay? Laurel, up next. Oh, 5th year. That's right. You do have a duo name now. I forgot. Maz, thank you for submitting. Again, if you are just joining us, you do want to get bumped up and guarantee you get played on stream today. The best thing you can do is subscribe or gift a sub. That is a guarantee that we'll play your song in entirety on stream today before I get finished, regardless of whether I have to go extra or whatever it is. Like, it just depends on how many we get. That being said, if you don't want to spend money, that's totally fine. I'm not here to just rob you guys. Every 5 priority subscriber submissions, we'll bump somebody up at random using our magical spinning wheel. And we'll do that after this song from Laurel. And then the last 30 minutes of the stream are usually dedicated to people who are in the chat hanging out with us. But it's more of a rapid fire, we'll listen to as many songs as we can kind of section. Just for reference, the red is how many songs we didn't get to last stream. The green is how many songs we did get to last stream. So we do try and get through as many as possible. It's usually around 39 to 40 songs that we get through in 2 hours. So there you go. Laurel, up next. Let us know what you think in the chat. This one is also not out yet, but it is a remix of Chanel No. 5 by Camila Cabello. So just know that Laurel is the producer on this one. Let us know what you think. Or, are you guys rapping on this? I love a good remix. I hate a bad remix. So if I'm ever over here not enjoying a remix, I have reasons. But I will say Laurel's been delivering some fire remixes in the last couple of weeks. Oh, we got lyrics. We got a vocal today. PTYK.wave on Instagram. We can fly, jumping on the roof. Thank you to the new followers: Tep Productions, Snapper Red, Mr. Chang, Papayish, and Xandalee Music. Nice to have you guys in here. Maz, you too. If you want to submit your music, all you have to do is hit this link I'm putting in the chat for you right now. This is hard. I'm really enjoying this. Master could be a little bit louder, but that's about it. Chislonis will get you bumped into the priority queue. Oh. Whoa. Energy on this is really great. I just wish the master was a little bit louder. That's it. Kick is too soft. I agree. I think it's a master thing more than like an actual mix thing, though, if I'm being honest. Young Za. I'm sorry. I wish I could help you. I apologize. I like this remix. I like it more than the original. Don't judge me, but Camila Cabello kind of sucks, guys. I don't know if anybody else feels this way. I love it was kind of hard, but like, I don't rate Camila Cabello at all. I gotta be real.
She said that she want me.
It's like, do you guys ever see the fucking, there's like all these compilations of Camila Cabello just being super extra on social media and like being weird with other people. And it just seems like she's like not that cool. I feel bad just talking shit right now, but like, I feel like I'm always watching these compilation videos of her just like being weird with other people. And she also, never forget, she also said that wild racist shit too on her fucking Twitter. So yeah, I just don't really fuck with Camila Cabello like that, but I like this remix. And I think it's better than the original. So well done. I just think the biggest notes that I have are on the mix and the master and just making it feel and hit a little bit harder. That's literally it. Other than that, I fuck with what I hear. I like the vibes. I like the energy on all the vocals. It was a good remix, but I think it's just, you know, mix master, making sure it slaps a little bit. Just Paris, what's going on? We're doing our first free bump of the night. And this is what it looks like. We do every 5 priority subscriber submissions, we do one of these. So if you submit your music, there's always a chance for you to get bumped up for free, like David Oluwari, who I don't know if he's here in the chat or not, but we're gonna check it out. 24 and counting on the way is the note that came with this. This is an unreleased too, so let us know what you think in the chat. Feb 29th, produced by Creek. This one's from David Oluwari. Well, definitely some mixed notes from me on the vocal. Definitely some tuning needed. I would say that's one of the things that I would definitely give feedback on this one. For a sung vocal, you want to make sure it's in key. You know what I mean? Feels like it's very early on for this artist though, so like definitely keep going. David Oluwari, 44 followers, very early on. No official releases, I don't think. I said well, not whelp. Whelp is different. But I can see how you thought I said whelp. I said well. Look, I told you guys to send music in at every part of your journey because there's definitely things that can improve on this, right? First things that I would focus on, vocal recording, definitely a big part. Tuning the vocal, another part. You don't have to be the best singer in the world if you get a good vocal recording and you tune your vocals and find the right, like, effect to use on your voice. So there is, look, it's early on. The singing could improve. As a singer myself, it's just something that happens with practice. You sing, you record more. You can improve, all right? It's got potential. I'm not going to sit here and be like, there's nothing that I like about this. I actually like the melody choices. I just wish it was cleaner in the recording and in the mix. It's just raw, exactly. And that's what we're here for. We're to talk about the things that can improve immediately, right? The things that will help this artist get to that next step. And one of those things is tuning and recording and getting a stronger vocal recording. Past that, it's mix, some kind of things like that. But the song itself is not that bad. The structure's solid, the melodies are solid, there is a style that's in there. It's just continuing to build off of that and develop it, right? The style's nice. What's going on, Kara? Welcome back. But obviously, the vocal is the thing that needs to improve a little bit, both the recording and the mix on it. The tuning on it, it doesn't sound like there's any tuning on it at the moment, so just even putting tuning on it will help it improve, help smooth it out. So, look, there are things that can improve on this, David_Oluwari, but I do think the positives that I take from it are the song structure and the ideas that are there on the actual recording, right? So that's it, really, and that's what we do here. I'm not gonna be like, yo, this is bad. It's not bad. It's just at the beginning of its journey, and there are things that you can do and grow and develop into, and ways to improve the recording and the music itself. But I do think that the songwriting was solid, and I do think the melodic choices were really solid. And those are things that are a little bit harder to teach. So great things there, but the things to improve on would definitely be the vocal mix and the vocal recording, as well as tuning, which I think will help it by nature. And it honestly even sounds like this dude is just recording off of like some headphones. You know what I mean? So it's like, just keep working at it. Keep working at the singing. Keep practicing singing. Like if you want to be a singer and you want to be a vocalist, take vocal lessons. There's nothing wrong with it. I took vocal lessons. It changed my fucking life. I honestly thought it was the best thing that I ever did in my like music learning career was like actually taking vocal lessons, because it just taught me so much about vocal control. And honestly, improved my singing because I was learning about breath control and stuff like that too. So it's just practice. Your voice is just an instrument, so it's just learning how to use your instrument more. You know what I mean? And maybe it's even just dropping it down an octave and you being in range and not going out of range, because sometimes vocalists will do that too. They'll push their voices out of range, and it just is what it is. Okay? Currents 2, up next. This one's from Tova. Tova also said something. I saw the vision of the song too. Like, that's the thing. It's like, there's definitely something there. It's just figuring out the vocal part. Monthly auto subscribe. Yes, I'll also bump another one up for you, Tova. Just subbed. As soon as I see a notification, I got you. If I don't see one come in. So if somebody gifted you one, the person who gifts gets it, and that's why we do it that way. So the notifications pop up on screen. You guys see when someone's subbed or gifted a sub. I see it. I can drag it up. If you are an automatic resubscriber, you get one a month. So if you set up like an auto resubscribe, if you can or if you want to, then that is something where you get a free one every single month. But the person who gifted is the one who gets it because they're the one spending money. So that's the way it is. If you want to just do the PayPal donate shit, you can too. It's a little bit harder for me to track, but I do get a notification on my phone, which is right here next to me too. So I can keep somewhat track of it. So we got Tova up next. Tova is an amazing R&B artist out of Toronto area, right? Like Brampton-ish. Am I right? Is that wrong? Mississauga? It's either Mississauga or Brampton. One of those two, I think. Let me know if it's not. Currents too, but he's released so much music. He's sent over a lot of music in the last couple of years. Really beautiful vocal arrangement. Reminiscent. Scarborough. It's fucked up because I had Scarborough in my head too and I almost said it. Not Brampton, not Mississauga, Scarborough. Close to Toronto, right? It's still in Ontario. I don't know that much. I'm just fucking up Canadian geography right now. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Amazing artist, amazing music. If you like Daniel Caesar, you will absolutely love Tova. This is Currents 2. This is not out yet either, so you guys are getting a lot of exclusives tonight. Let us know what you think in the chat. 20 minutes from Toronto. Thank God. At least it's close. Makings of an EP, perhaps. Ooh. Beautiful vocal tones already. Tova makes music on Instagram. Vocal could come up in the mix. Zandali will get you bumped up. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate you. Kara says I love this already. Channel points are just free points you get for interacting in the chat, and you can make me do fun things like stretch, hydrate, or sing to you. Yeah, unmixed, just a demo right now, but it's a beautiful demo, bro. Love this vocal arrangement as always. Love it. With a mix on this, it's gonna sound really great. I see no alert going off, or hear no alert going off. The thing that I would say on this is on the second verse, a little bit more variation on maybe the rhythmic delivery of some of the lines, just to kind of break up and give like different rhythmic delivery styles. That's it. Your voice sounds great though. This one almost reminds me of Brent Faiyaz a little bit as well. Are those real drums? Futuck says this is fire. Shizloni says it already sounds polished. Except for the mix, it sounds already polished. You know what I mean? Like the songwriting, the arrangement, I think is very good. Instrumental parts are also really, really nice. Like to hear harmony a bit. There's harmony in here, but I think when the mix gets finished, you'll hear it a little bit more too. Oh, not program. These are programmed drums. I like that. I also love this weight in the vocal arrangement too. Elijah says this is so smooth. Well, look, we got Elijah Rosario up next. You guys are in for another treat. R&B is out tonight in full force in our community, guys. 2:56 runtime is perfect. Nice 3-minute experience. I think one of the things you could do as this builds out more is just kind of add those builds, those climaxes, even with instrumentation. I do like that it's like a little bit more acoustic, stripped down guitar type vibes. I would lean into that. More analog sounds, more kind of like strings way you can. I think that'd be really cool. But once that mix is done, I would love to hear it, because I really, there's a lot of things that I loved about that one. Again, I think the things that really stand out to me about you are the vocal tone, the vocal arrangement, and the harmonies. And then also just like this whole vibe that you create within the music, I think is really great too. V-Flux, let me know. Artist name is Toli. Never mind. You told me already. And if there's anybody who's subscribed and a notification hasn't popped up, please let me know, because every now and then this shit just doesn't work the way it's supposed to. And it sucks. So if you are one of those people, please just tell me in the chat. There's an honor code in here, an honor system. I'll just believe you. Just don't lie to me, because if I find out you're lying to me, I'm gonna cash these hands. I'm gonna come find you. Just Paris, I trust you, bro. Elijah Rosario, it's Paris Price, right? Or Paris Williams? Is that you? Let me know the artist name in the chat. Maz, I think I subbed as well. You would know. Did you spend $5? That's you would know if you subbed, bro. Paris Williams, all right, I'll get you bumped up. Elijah Rosario, December demo up next. Let us know what you think in the chat. This artist is sick. I've already been fucking with his music heavily. He's in Raleigh, North Carolina, which is random as shit. So that's another reason I like it. Maz, you know Maz, I fuck with that honesty, bro. I fuck with that honesty. I appreciate you. Thank you. Yo, Tovi, you and Elijah should definitely connect on some music. Like, I feel like you guys can make some cool stuff together. Let's get down to business. You and I constantly skating through the issues. Great vocal tone. Why does it say I'm not following you, bro? I swear someone's been unfollowing shit. There's no reason that I would have unfollowed you at all. ElijahRosario.music on Instagram. It's just on the web browser too. I don't care. If it says I'm not following you, I'm gonna do it again, bro. Look, this artist is sick. Really, really a lot of great music that's come out of him through the stream in the last like 5-6 months. This is no different. It's called December. Yo, I don't know what's going on. This has happened like 2 or 3 streams in a row. I'll go to people who I really fuck with and it's just not there anymore. And if you guys are in the chat, let us know where you're watching from. I love to know where in the world you guys are, because we kind of spread out all over the place. Love those runs. As always, I think one of the strongest parts of you is the vocal layering, these runs, these ad-libs. Feels like Chris Brown, feels like Bryson Tiller, feels like so many artists I really like in contemporary R&B space. I fuck with this so heavily, bro. Saipan, a little island in the ocean. Yo, in the Pacific? That's fucking sick. I think on this one, the only feedback that I have is maybe a little bit more variation in the actual production work itself. But outside of that, I really liked it a lot. I think your vocal sounds great, as always. I love Guam. Oh my God. You are in the middle of the ocean, bro. That is kind of wild. Beaumont, Texas. What's going on? Yes, Elijah, Tova, please connect. Tova makes music on Instagram. ElijahRosario.music on Instagram. I can't wait to see what you guys make together if you do. Mixea Flowers, J November. Let us know what you think in the chat. I think Mixea is a AI mixing tool, right? This is Flowers, though, from J November. Let us know what you think. If Untitled doesn't do the thing that it does sometimes. J November, when did you upload this? I have noticed if you have recently uploaded to something to Untitled, it doesn't want to work for me for some reason. Maz will get you bumped up in the queue as well. Let's give this a second and see if it loads while I update this queue. Maz. Boom. I got you. Thank you. Of course, bro. I'm really a fan of your music, honestly. I've really been enjoying it. I don't think this one's going to work. Yeah, you just uploaded it. Would you mind putting it on like a SoundCloud private link or Dropbox or something and just resending it? I've just sometimes like there's like this weird thing that I've noticed where it's like a processing time on Untitled, where if you send it in like after recently uploaded, it just won't play properly. So I don't know what's up with that, but it's just something I've noticed really, really recently. All right, play this one, 72 BPM, number vibes. Is that what you want? Crisscross? We got another one from Crisscross. This time it's just a beat though. So let us know what you think in the chat. Again, if you guys are producers in here, then make sure, or artists, make sure you tap in. Oh. This is crazy. Hi-hats are maybe a touch loud. You want me to freestyle? I don't have anything that's like this. Up my yeah, I like my yeah, ride on yeah, me all like no yeah, roll it up I got yeah, ride on like yeah, like yeah, champions like yeah, like yeah, yeah, said you missed It's that though, it's that. It's not, I mean there's no words, but it's that, you know what I mean? Yeah, like, yeah, my son, like, hit the whip on a Sunday, with the whips on the runway, like, rhythm up, like, a little auto-tune on it, a little melodic stuff in there. I feel like that's it. This way Tone says, I like this. I'll be in Toronto, so would love to connect. Oh, yes, if you guys are going to be in Toronto, yes, in person's even better. This is kind of hard, guys. Again, this is what I'll say about Dutch producers. Great. This way Tone says, are you shopping this to license, Chris? I think he's trying to get a placement. I hear Running Man to this. Yeah, at night I think of you. At night I think of you. I'm going to be your little baby. I hear it too. It's not a bad. I mean, that's the kind of vibe it gives. Which is a great vibe. Look, it's a great vibe. We're not gonna sit here and pretend like it's not. I love it. Pep Guardiola tactics. What do you mean Pep Guardiola? What do you mean Pep Guardiola? I need to know what you mean by Pep Guardiola tactics. Are you passing it around? Is that what you mean? Is it about passing it around? That's genius if that's what you mean. Those are his tactics. I love this switch up here as well. I just think hi-hats could maybe come down a touch. They're a bit loud. If I had any feedback, that's all it is. All right, we got Drew Empire up next, then J November. Hopefully, if he's resubmitted it for us. He hasn't yet, but when he does, then J November, and then we'll do another free bump from our submission form. Femi, is that an automatic resubscribe? If it is, let me know. Again, it is if you gift or do subscribe inside of a stream, then you get a free bump. Just as a reminder for everybody who's in here, that is a guaranteed play on the stream today, and we'll listen to the song all the way through. Passing my sound all over the world. Tap in before it's... I love that. I love that that's what it is. You said it and I was like, is that what he means? I love it though. This way Tone says, I'm going to a session tonight with another artist looking for instrumentals. Is why I ask. Serious inquiry only. Well, Tone, make sure you hit Crisscross up on Instagram. Crisscross, 2 O's, 3 S's, and ask for a pack. I'm sure this guy could put a pack. I'm sure this guy could put a pack in for you expeditiously. I'm just saying, if you're about to go to a session tonight, you should definitely get a pack. They can send a pack over. It's gift. I'm still confused as to whether if that was gifted to you, then you do not get this. You don't get the bump. The person who gifted would. If you gift it forward, then you get a bump. Okay. Hey, we got Drew Empire with What's Goody. This is revised. Master is a little quiet starting out, but we'll see if it gets louder as this builds.
Hey there, yo, what's goody? I'm that guy in a real cool hoodie. That good vibe, yo, I got that fully.
I kind of like this. Slightly too much reverb delay on the vocal for my taste personally. But I like the whimsical kind of like take on the vocal delivery and tone. Somebody said whimsical in the chat last week, and I've just adopted that word again. But it does have kind of like a whimsical, fun style of delivery. I feel like this is the kind of stuff you would maybe see sync on like a commercial or in a show or something like that. If anything, delivery could use a little bit of work, but I do think that the delivery style fits this beat selection specifically. I just think if you were to take this, if this is your like vocal delivery style and tone all of the time, then I would say work on it. Maybe if it's a different style of song, this might not fit. But I think on this type of beat, it kind of fits the way it is. Just maybe slightly too much reverb on the vocal for my taste. Let us know what you think in the chat, as always. True Empire _ on Instagram if you're rocking with this one.
Watch me chill for a bit, bust move with your lid, turn life to a flick. Watch me kill for a bit, like me with a fit, like me with a
Yeah, like I think because this is such a fun song, you know what I mean? Like with the beat, a more like fun delivery style, like maybe like nonchalant in the way that it is, fits really well with this production. But if you were to do a really serious song with like a really serious topic, you know what I mean? I don't know that this vocal tone would fit that. But I think for what this is, it's kind of perfect for it.
Cause I'm nice like that. Damn right, yo, I'm hot like that. Way too brilliant, strong, resilient, vibes on, bringing it, no vague.
Maybe a little bit will work on just the balance of the vocal levels, especially on some of these like comps where it's like different takes cutting to different takes. Oh, I think you could use some inspo from Felix from Van Buren Records, says Maz. I don't think that that's a bad idea at all. I think that's a great idea, vocal tone wise. It's pretty good though. Like I do like this one. I think it's just polishing it a little bit. So the volume levels, making sure that's consistent throughout with the vocal. There's a moment right here around this like kind of 152, 150 to 2 minute mark where the volume levels get a little funky. And then maybe just a like, I'm not talking much, but like maybe 1%, 2% less on the wetness of the reverb delay. I like it on the background vocals wet like that though. It's great. Ad-libs are pretty solid too. Overall, enjoyed that one. Very little notes. It's really just polishing it up. But overall, I really enjoyed that. It was fun. It was fun to listen to. I would probably put it on a playlist if I'm being real. So if it does come out, fucking send that shit. Should I schedule for release but might cancel and revise? Don't feel like you have to do that by any means. But that literally just my ear. That's kind of what I hear. So like again, and I tell everyone in here, bro, like whatever I say, it is just my opinion at the end of the day. So like if you hear something, if I say something and you don't think that that's what you need to do, then don't do it. Like trust yourself. At the end of the day, this is your shit. You know what I mean? This is your music. This is your art. And I would literally never tell an artist in here to change everything for me. Like don't do that. The way I hear things and the way other people hear things might be completely different. Sometimes I'm not just the one, like, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's not even a song that's for me, and there's like a whole audience for it that's going to love it exactly the way it is. So I do just want to preface that with everybody in here, like, whatever I say, just because I say it does not mean that you have to do it. It's just my opinion as a listener, as an unbiased listener. And then take those opinions from people in the chat as well. And that is the well-rounded feedback that we're looking for, is to get it from multiple angles, multiple ears. So it's not just me saying, hey, do this, do this, do this, because that's also not valid. I don't think that anybody who acts or pretends like they know exactly what you need to do to like make a hit, like no one really knows, you know what I mean? Like you put music out and it's kind of a gamble at all. Like it doesn't belong to you anymore once it's out in the world. It belongs to the audience. And if they fuck with it and they love it, great. There's obviously ways that you can kind of market your music and get more out of it. But I think at the end of the day, no one really knows what makes something better than others. You know what I mean? It's just opinion based, and it's like things that I've heard and things that I've seen that have worked more than it is like you have to do it this way. I just think it's like there are certain things that I hear when I listen to mixes and I'm like, that could be a little bit cleaner, and that's really all it is. Okay, so just keep that in mind. J November up next, and then we're gonna do a free bump from the submission form as well. Didn't realize it was unreleased and was looking for it to add to my playlist. Love that, said Kara, and that is why we do this. Honestly, this sounded fine as is, in my opinion. I fuck with it. Most of the feedback is stylistic. I think it would be better to drop it at this point, says Xandalee. And that is exactly why I ask you guys to give feedback, because it's not always a thing where like what I'm saying is either one, convenient, or two, necessary. I'm just a very picky person. So just keep that in mind. I'm a very picky person, all right? Mixea, Flowers, J November up next. Let us know what you think in the chat. Picture hearing that one on GTA. I could literally hear it in a commercial for like Target or something like that, easily. Or like a car commercial. Like it felt like something like high energy that you would see on like a product like commercial. Oh.
Straight out the mud, baby, look at how we grown. I don't need no bouquet cause my bouquet with a rose. Look how I
I do think the mix on the vocal in this one could be a little bit stronger as well.
I just hope I get my flowers before I'm gone. Straight out the mud.
I'll update the bump wheel in a second with all the new submissions, don't worry.
Bouquet cause my bouquet with a rose. Look how I rose. Look how I rose.
I like the vocal style
from the times I felt timeless. How I'm singing, their behavior is mindless. All my people products of their environment. They might hit your noodle coming with chopsticks. Got them made still cleaning with mops.
I can't really tell what it is in the vocal mix, but I feel like the vocal needs to be clearer than it is. J November, JNOVMBR. Swear I follow you already on Instagram as well. Shizoni says he's going off. Let us know what you think in the chat. I love the energy and the delivery. I wonder if it's the sub that is kind of muddying the vocal, because sometimes that happens, and that could be it. Vocal performance is great, but could be more forward, some more aggression compression, also some low mids that could be cut. I feel like that's what it is. It's definitely that low end, that low mid region that's muddying up the vocal a little bit more. And my thing is that I would just want the vocal to punch through a little bit more than it does on top of the production. It's a cool song though, and like I do like the energy and the vocal. I like the vocal delivery and the tone. Energy intensity top might be the way the vocals were recorded to. Yeah, the vocal recording I do think could be cleaner, because I do hear some mouth noise, I do hear some room noise. But other than that, like, you know, and that's not necessarily something always you can fix, but I would definitely get into the EQ a little bit. And maybe just the mix on the production specifically too, to give a little bit more space for the vocal. Lyrically, it could be improved in my opinion, says Check the Rhyme, and this is why we ask for opinions. I'm not always listening to lyrics, I have to be honest as well. Like, as somebody who listens to a lot of music, sometimes it's not the lyrics that I'm listening to, and it's the overall vibe that'll catch me. Every now and then it's the lyrics that I'm listening to first and foremost, but I think, like, for me as a listener, I tend to maybe not think about that until my second listen, which a lot of people don't love, my wife included. Appreciate it on Saturday, but that's why I try to use mixes. That's totally fine. Oh, Mixia. Yeah, Mixia. That's the tough thing with those, like, AI mixing tools, bro. Is like, they don't always do the best. So Darius is getting a free bump right now. So I fuck with Sidarius. We've listened to a lot of Sidarius. Ooh. We've listened to a lot of Sidarius stuff recently. But I really have enjoyed his music. I wonder if this one's gonna work, if he uploaded it an hour ago, at least. So it looks like after an hour on Untitled, things will play. We're gonna figure out what the time period is. All right, Sidarius, Stones, let us know what you think in the chat.
Hey, yeah, hey, turn my shit up some more, turn it up. Hey,
loving the vocal tone already. Let us know what you think in the chat. If you're with us on TikTok, we're live on Twitch right now. Come hang out. Twitch.tv/KayvanMD. It's free to submit music. Really good vocal tone as always. I do wish the vocal was a little bit louder. I think that guitar is slightly overpowering just because of the tone of it. Now imagine if that guitar sat behind the vocal just a little bit more and that vocal was up. I feel like this would be just in your face. Good bars on this one. I like the sample flip too. Bassline's nice. It's really just that vocal mix, I think, just being a little bit more present, a little bit more of the star of the mix, like I said earlier. Loving the vibe of this one. Gives me old school feel, says Jordan Paradise. Chisloni says fire. I agree. I like the song. I felt that way about a lot of Chisloni's stuff, though. I do think that one of the things is just getting this vocal mix to be kind of a little bit more the star, because he's got such a nice vocal tone, too. I don't know who it reminds me of someone, but I've not, for the life of me, been able to put my finger on who it reminds me of. Do you guys know? I ripped the beat off YouTube today. Look, it's like that sometimes. See if you can EQ, carve out on the 2-track, because I'm assuming it's a 2-track. On the track of the beat, try and carve out just a little bit of the probably like 2 to 4K range on the EQ, and I feel like your vocal will probably cut through a little bit more if you just do some EQ on the beat itself. It shouldn't detract too much. It might from the percussion a little bit, but It's really hard, bro, overall. Chizloni says, if anyone needs an engineer, I know a guy. This is why I'm always telling you guys to tap in with each other, too, because somebody probably knows an engineer that you can work with. Exactly, works with budgets, too. Boom. BKF says this shit's fire. Reminds me of Larry June a little bit. Says Chestnut Check. A little bit. Please don't use the AI, says Chizloni's. Yeah, the AI stuff is tough on the mixing, man. I'm not gonna lie. Do something like Sooth 2 or Track Spacer to get duck the frequencies where the vocal hits, says Zandali. There you go. Man's a spittin'. I definitely need one. Look, there are a lot of engineers out here who will do things at a lower rate. That being said, I do think that if you can learn how to mix your shit, and like watch YouTube tutorials and shit, man, because honestly, like it's not the hardest thing in the world to learn. Like even for me, I'm not an engineer, but I've learned so much from asking engineers questions and asking producers questions and watching YouTube videos. And I really think that that is the key, because like once you can get that mix together for yourself, it really does become a little bit easier, just workflow wise, to just nail things and get them out. But I do still think it's worth hiring an engineer if you need one, or hiring somebody to do mixes, because at the end of the day, you can get the ideas down and tell them what you want, but somebody who spends all their time and hours and days working at something that's like really an art in itself is never a bad move. It's always going to help the quality improve, and that's just what it is, okay? But look, your music has been really fire so far. Your vocal tone is fantastic. I think it's just getting those mixes down, and once you do, it's going to connect with people. A little Marlon Craft said, B-Cave. All right, fifth year up next. B-Cave, this is you and your group. Some Like That. Let us know what you think in the chat. This is a very robust mix. These vocals punch through beautifully. So this is why I always say this, because when you do play a song back to back, that's when you can really tell the difference. And these are the songs you're competing with, right? Like in the general market for listeners. So people who don't understand the nuances of making music and producing music aren't going to hear or know. They're just going to hear that final mix master. Chestnut Check says, definitely I've engineered for 5 years and still go to the studio to get some outside input. Look, it's never a bad thing. These people spend all their time engineering, and different music, different voices. You know what I mean? There's a reason that they do that as a job. You got to train your ears to hear shit too. No feedback on the mix on this one at all. It's very clean. Fifth year, 3 auras on Instagram. Make sure you go follow. Hell yeah, mixes myself. It sounds great, dude. The little details here and there, the movement, very well done. Give me Young M.A. vibes with the verse at first. Hey, hey, hey. Nah, this shit is hard. Hey. It's got that Neptunes vibe in the production too, which, like, you know, I'm a child of the 90s, guys. Like, I'm not gonna pretend like I don't fucking love the Neptunes. I love the Neptunes. Also produced this. We got the bounce down, bro. This is probably my favorite song that you guys have made so far. Honest, like, truthfully. Something about this one that's just perfect for me. Let us know what you think in the chat. Surf Mesa, what's going on? Definitely submit your music. Again, if you're in the chat just joining us, subscribing or gifting a sub will get you bumped into our priority queue marked in orange. That is a guarantee you'll get played on stream today. You can do that at any point if you want to. Drew Empire says, I'm feeling this one. Hey. Open a verse felt like Kamaya. I like it. That's a cool comparison. Just Paris says, yeah, this is dope. You guys get the camera 2 view for this one. Woo! Wait. I didn't bring it up. I'm sorry. Every now and then you are going to see me pull out the soundboard. I can't get enough of the soundboard personally. The chat can get enough, but it's okay. You guys are all out there. I'm over here. 5th year, 3 hours. Make sure you go follow those guys, man. Honestly, they're fucking sick. I've really been enjoying hearing the development from you guys as well, and that one is my favorite one by far. Yeah, if you do subscribe or gift a sub just to, you know, answer the skip thing, you will get bumped into priority queue marked in orange, just like Surf Mesa did. That is a Oh, let me know if you submitted your music, though, Surf Mesa, and what the artist name is, just so I can make sure I get it. That was Gas, says Chislones. Well, you're up next, Chislones. This is a very personal song to me, but relatable, I hope, dropping Friday the 13th. Make sure you put it in our release calendar. If you have releases coming up this week, next week, a month from now, 2 months from now, 6 months from now, make sure you put them in the release calendar because I will go listen to those on a Friday. It's the first thing I listen to after I do the Genius New Music Friday playlist. All right, up next, Bad Day, Chislones. Let us know what you think in the chat. What up, Blackberry Jam Studios? They say the kick in the last track could use a tiny secondary mid-range bump. Hold on. I'm going to read this out loud before we play the song, because I actually love when we get feedback like this from engineers. This is why I do this. This is what I love about this community. Howdy. The kick in that last track could use a tiny secondary mid-range bump around 186 Hz to help support and contrast the growl and the bass line. There you go, B-Cave. The release calendar's on Discord, but it is just another Google form for you to fill out, and it goes to another spreadsheet that I keep track of. I don't actually need the live link for the song. I just need a link to your Spotify profile, and then I'll go look for it on release day. It's easy. Bad Day, Chislones. Not an engineer, don't have a degree, a mixer. My apologies. I appreciate the clarification. Thank you. We love honesty in here.
No riches won't last long, these fleeting treasures. And on they try to heat my ledger. They say that diamonds always worth the pressure.
Chiz.
But they don't say that half the time that it's really
Can I call you Chiz?
I merged that too many anecdotes.
I just made up a nickname for you, I'm sorry.
She owed me time from back before the time she never had a loan.
Chislones on Instagram, guys.
They won't let it go. That means I'm on that with you and everybody else. It's me versus everybody else. Like good fabric,
love the vocal layering on this.
You want something done the right way, you gotta do it by yourself. You'll find help when you find yourself.
Delivery on this is great. Love that you kind of step into this melodic moment here as well.
Watch all the glass break, despise myself. I've been in bad shape and I need help. I had a bad day beside myself.
Hugh Tuck says this shit crazy. BK says vibe on this is great. Let us know what you think in the chat. Hey man, you've been in your bag recently.
Down like 10 toes, might end up under 6 feet. They buying up these rentals. My cousins live on the street. It's crazy out in these streets.
Such an easy. Okay, cool. Cheers.
Even when we sleep, we grind and repeat. When I hit a wall, I drop the leaf in a pond.
I mean, bro, this is definitely my favorite song we've heard from you.
Keeping it calm. I've been a wreck all along. Yeah, I'm really here, but I really wish I was gone. This feeling is kind of strong. Don't need the pain to learn the lesson.
I maybe wish that this bass line was slightly louder if it's not a sample and it's played. Because there's really nice moments in the bass line. Ever so slightly, though.
Every day is just a topple of another domino. Inevitability is just something we ought to know. Told karma to wait.
Tilden, what's good, bro? Yeah, easily my favorite song that you've sent in so far. Catchy hook, introspective lines, really personal song. Your vocals sound good. I like the stacks on them. I like the harmonies. The fact that you hop into this melodic bag is really nice. This, I mean, honestly, bro, this is a really great song. Please make sure you push this and just make a lot of content around it. I mean, I see you doing the thing. Get on camera more. It's a sample, unfortunately. That's fine. Chill, I'm chilling, man. I can't complain. We got Isaac Zale's new EP dropping on Friday, which I'm excited about. Thank you, Seth. Right now, we're listening to Chislones. I went to Usher this weekend. That was tight. That's it, man. I mean, everything is good. I really can't complain. A little tired, but... Bassline almost sounds like there's a compressor on it with a high threshold and quick release because the sustain on the notes dies quickly, making it seem like it's a little quiet in the mix. That might be a production thing, though, if it's a 2-track and not full stems, which it doesn't seem like it's full stems. Or maybe the bassline is in the sample, which is what Chislones said. So maybe it's not something you can do unless you have the stems for it. Seasonal Affective Disorder EP coming soon. Sad EP. Definitely doing more content. Good. Content is key if you want to promote your music and just get more people listening to it. Here, fucking, let me play you guys something really quickly, and then we'll get back into your submissions. So, like I said, I've got this Isaac Zale, who, if you don't follow Isaac Zale, he is one of my artists. He's also an engineer, content creator. This is what he does. Here, well,
excuse me. Yeah. What are you listening to?
He just made this song with Emerald Asage. So, you know, he's a rapper. He's been doing this for a while. We've done 15 million streams independently. He also mixes, masters, engineers, everything himself. But we have a new EP coming on Friday, which I'm really excited about. It's called the Anarcho EP. It is 16 tracks long. Some of those songs are out already, and we're in a series that he did last year called No Label, No Budget, where he released an EP every quarter. So every 3 months, he released a new EP, new single every week, video every week, content every week. And that was just something he did on his own because he wanted to develop as a producer and learn how to produce his own beats. And so this is our focus track that comes out on Friday. He also has like YouTube channels and stuff like that. You can check him out. He does a lot of like educational stuff for independent emerging artists, mixed feedback and mixed notes and stuff like that too. So this is our intro for the EP. Comes out on Friday. Again, Isaac Zale on Instagram.
She just launched one in my bag. Popped off on the gas.
Check the rhyme, you're finna get this whole EP tomorrow.
But I feel the guilt cause I'm too respectable. My compound like a Dewey Decimal. Came with a fork for the fruits and vegetables. Watch your heart when the flesh delectable. Try control like clockwork orange. Strings my back, get boxed in storage.
Let us know what you think in the chat. I'm excited about this one.
Only way that I can make some sense of it. Pain and death is all to your back with this. Bureaucrats will just wipe the record, then aim for money when you bomb your brethren. You won't know what you've done till it's all said and done.
Good shit, Isaac says that's so joy. I'm pretty happy with this. I'm not gonna lie. Whole EP's really hard. You can go if you want to go pre-save it on Spotify. I would appreciate it if you did. But you can just go save it right here if you want. Here you go, guys. In the chat if you want to go pre-save the EP. As you can see, a bunch of songs already out on this one. But a solid 5 new songs on there. We got Malik Elijah on the project as well.
What have I lost and what have I gained? I try to be strong, I faked and feigned. I hate that I'm vain, it's burning my veins. Inside of me set it ablaze. I thought it was only a phase. I'm keeping a foot in the grave. Yes, preparation for the day. When everything paused, stimulus stops. Sick to my stomach, go slip me the
Who passed away?
I keep a blade in the bed of my socks. I hate the
Me?
fuck out of slippery cops. Paranoia when I can't see clear. Smile the pain away, ear to ear.
James Earl Jones passed away, which is really sad. That's probably what it was. He was the voice of Mufasa in The Lion King. I don't know where it went, but very chill, smooth vibes. Yeah, if you like alternative hip-hop, chill vibes, there's a lot of this on the EP. Though I will say then there's also things like this, which is one of my favorites.
And I got me a blister.
The voice of Darth Vader. Yes.
Kick drum sound like a blast of a pistol. Bracket abysmal back with a Ginsu. Everybody loves
all produced by Isaac, minus like 1 or 2. So yeah, go pre-save that shit. There's a link in the chat for you right now. Isaac Zale on Instagram. He's killing it. He does everything himself, but gives a lot of free game away on the mixing front of things because he is self-taught and he loves to share what he's learned with people as well. So get in there, go follow. Also, does this really cool series where he like gives a bunch of like, if you are an engineer or producer, right, and you need VSTs, he goes and finds like the free alternative version of like the premium VSTs that will help you achieve the same effects as things like, you know, shit like that. So legendary bass player Herbie Flowers also just passed away. That's fucking sad as shit. It's honestly just sad when anyone passes away. So like, you know, it unfortunately happens all the time, like as the older generations get older. But fuck, is it a bummer, man. Another one from Tova. This one's called Pond. If you liked the last one from Tova, he's out of Scarborough, Scarborough, Ontario, not Toronto. Amazing R&B singer and producer as well. Thank you, Jordan Paradise. Also, we appreciate you. Ugh. Sad vibes already. I love this.
You're a big fish in a small pond.
I'm dead chiseling these. I did not think that you meant Herbie passing was dope.
I know you think you've done it.
Let us know what you think in the chat. If you can stop the tears rolling down your face.
So open your eyes, open your heart. There's a big world out there.
Oh, I love that note.
Learn how to swim. Try not to drown.
What up, Joe Farwick?
I know some days you might feel tall and other days not
I have chills. I have chills. My hairs are standing on end. Oh! Oh, I just got full body chills, bro. Tova makes music on Instagram. This is not Daniel Caesar. That note. When the harmonies come in, oh, just full body. Oh, I'm just unhappy about how short it is. But at the same time, it's like one of those songs. All right, so there's so many interludes on R&B albums that are like that I love, that are like literally like a minute and a half long, but just fucking like hit you right in, like just physically hit you, and you can't do anything about the reaction that you have to them. That's exactly what that did. Like that Gold the Dragon Tattoo interlude from Miguel's first album, that, like, it's the same. Not Gold the Dragon, whatever the fuck it's called. Gold the Tattoo. Same, it's the same vibe, man. That was beautiful. I loved it. I like my body still, I still have chills. My hairs are still standing on end. My wife says that needs to be studied. Yeah, that was phenomenal. I have no feedback. It was beautiful. When it's mixed and mastered, it's a wrap. Gorgeous, sheesh, Bonnie Bear vibes. That was amazing, says Joe Farwick. Woo! Oh! My body. Xander Lee, let us know what you think in the chat. Gonna drop this song soon. We'll have any feedback on production mix. I would maybe throw a saturated or a distortion on the vocal. That's all. You can donate if you want instead. Just let me know if you do. $5 is the minimum donation. Just because it's the same as subbing. Bro, it's beautiful. I love it, Tova. Shazoni says that should be whatever the opening of your project will be. Blackberry Jam says it's very nice vocals. I agree with you on that, Blackberry Jam. I didn't see a sub come through, Femi, and you said someone gifted it to you, so that's why haven't done it yet. But again, you don't get it if somebody gifted it to you. That's why I asked. You have to be, there's an honor code. Xanda, 5 R's on Instagram. I do actually really like this. I do think you could process the vocals a little bit more. I would almost think hyperpop, honestly, when you think about the vocal mix on this one. Oh, that's fire, Tova. Yeah, so if it was gifted to you, you don't get a bump. You would have to gift it to somebody else. That's just the process, sorry. Because the person who spends money gets the bump. That's the thing. The chorus on this is really good, though. Rabbit, who are you? What was the artist's name? Who did that come from? Rabbit. This sounds like that one song. It does. Young Za, thank you. I am thirsty. I actually love the production on this. It's really cool. Song reminds me of Kid Laroi, says Tova. A little. So I think for me, the only thing that I would say on the vocal mix, right? It doesn't quite lean pop punk. It doesn't quite lean hyper pop. It feels a little bit more like, I don't know, it's something in between both, and I think you need to lean one way or the other with it. The production feels distinctly hyper pop. You think it sounds like Panic at the Disco? I Write Sins, Not Tragedies? I chimed in with a how many people ever heard of that song? I really like the chorus on this a lot. This is a well-written song. The timing on the delivery at times can maybe be a little bit more on. But overall, I do really like this. I'm a big pop punk kid, so if it's pop punk elements, I'm going to enjoy myself. I also love hyperpop, so I do kind of wish that the vocal mix leaned a little bit more hyperpop than pop punk. That's maybe the only note that I have. There's elements in it for sure, bro. Okay, so that was you Rabbit? Are you Rabbit on PayPal? Is that you? Xanda, 5 R's. I overall did really enjoy that song. I like how the vocals are, says Drew Empire. This is why we asked. That was pretty sick, says Jordan Paradise. I liked it. I liked the song. I like the production style. My notes are little notes. Yo, Rabbit. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Joe Farwick, I found you, bro. We'll get you bumped up. Thank you. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. All right, let's get another free bump in there. Xander Lee. Good job, man. Honestly. Gonna drop this song soon. I can't wait. Let me know when it comes out, because I did like it. Even if the mix wasn't perfect, I'd probably still support it, because the song was really enjoyable. Yeah, great job, man. All right, for Totally, Let It Go. Let us know what you think in the chat. Again, the R&B vibes have been very strong tonight, guys. We got a free bump coming up after this. About 30 minutes left in the stream. Mixed by V-Flux. I do like this. It fits the style of this song. Maybe too much delay just as it continues and starts to overlap. It does create kind of a nice thing, but I think at a certain point, because it's overlapping so much, it starts to feel a little bit messy.
Just let it go.
Like, it might be good to not have that much delay on every single line, you know what I mean? But I do like it on, especially some of these background vocals when it goes. It's nice. Xander says sidechain the vocal effects in the lead vocal to make the lead vocals more intelligible.
Girl, I know you need me in that backseat. Girl, you so attached to me.
Beat fucking slaps when it comes in, though. I like that. The distorted, like, little Altar Boy effect that you put in there was really nice and fit really well. Kind of reminds me of Drugs. You should try it a little, says Just Paris. A little bit. I still think the mix needs a little bit of work. Kick sub is a bit loud. In a nice way, slightly overpowering, though. Overall, I do really like this one. I think in the beginning, maybe just with the delays overlapping, it got a little messy. Other than that, I don't really have too much feedback. Vocal delivery is really nice. Vocal tone is really nice. I like the way that you've processed the vocals throughout. Def was made to hit the subs. It does. It do. So, I mean, stylistically, you did the thing you were setting out to do. I don't know, this has got good energy. This is definitely something that would at least make it into the first draft of a playlist for me. It might not go into the final thing if I had another song in this space that, like, maybe I liked more, but honestly, like, I do like this. This is like a pretty sweet spot for me musically. Depth of field, left, right imaging could use a little bit more work. There's a lot of space not being filled, says Blackberry Jam Studios. And I love that we have a mixer in the chat, because this is great feedback. I don't necessarily always hear these things, which is why I like getting feedback from you guys in the chat too. I'm not the end-all be-all of feedback, guys. I like this song a lot. I liked it too. If you are rocking with it, you want to go follow. It's for TOLY on Instagram, for Totally. I followed. I liked that. All right, let's do another free bump from the chat. We got 5 more priority subscriber submissions. Look, we're already at 7:33. We might not get a whole 30 minutes of free bumps, and that's just how it is sometimes. So again, I will say this, and probably this is the last call. If you do want to subscribe or gift a sub, that is a guarantee that we'll play a song before the end of the stream. But you don't have to do that. We'll try and get to free bumps when we can. We just, we've got to get through these 5 songs first. So I don't know how long that's going to take. It depends on how long the songs are. So that's all, let's get into the next one. Free bumps. Yeah. So we'll bump people up at free from the chat. If we get to it, man, honestly, like priority subscriber submissions are priority subscriber submissions for a reason. That's why I'm always saying in the beginning, like, if you want to guarantee, something is the best way to guarantee, but we'll try and get through as many songs as possible. And that just kind of is what it is, right? If we don't get to you, though, there's a lot of other free submission opportunities available in the Discord and on the Instagram page. So just keep an eye open for those things and try and submit to them as well. Because I literally, like, all of these submission-based things, I'm listening. You just might not get feedback from me. This is all about feedback here. All right. My Own Wave, Smiley, up next. Out of Minnesota, let us know what you think. Bit quiet on the master to start with, but we'll see if it improves as it gets a little bit more built out throughout the song. I get off at 8 usually. I might go slightly longer, but
I've been sitting around damn near all day.
Yeah, if you do the PayPal shit, you can. It's just, you know, it's up to you. You just have to let me know when you've done it, and I'll see it pop up, but I might not necessarily look.
In the same place. Keep it OG, never been a remake. I can tell if you fake from a mile away. You might be counting days, you ain't coming near me. Gotta pick my feet up, catch up to the race. Can't be left behind, I don't got no time to waste. Long as I make it in the list of greats. I could really care less, but what spot I place. Trying to be recognized for the work.
So I do think on this master is a bit quiet. Mix on the vocal could come up a little bit. Ad-libs needed. More processing on the vocal. Tuning is on there, but they could use a little bit more tuning. I do think that the delivery needs a little bit of work too, just a little bit more confidence in it.
I gave her a ring, hardest time she was my one. Had to come up and dog.
Some of the writing could use a little bit of polishing too. I don't think there's a reason you can't go back and edit lyrics. I do it all the time myself.
Trying to figure out how to make my own wave. Blaming everybody out there but me.
There is a double on the vocal on some of the chorus parts. But I tell rappers this all the time, one vocal track is not enough. You need ad-libs. You honestly need to do doubles and triples of vocals. Tupac did this. 3 fucking vocal tracks always, at minimum. 3 different vocal tracks, 3 performance takes, differences in each of them, but it kind of builds out that thickness in the vocal. And I don't think now in the year 2024, you can really just do one vocal line and that be enough. It doesn't fill up enough of the space on a track. So you definitely want to do ad-libs, you definitely want to do doubles when you can. I like this beat switch right here, though it maybe feels a little out of place just with the style of the song.
You can have it all, you just gotta pay the price.
I don't know if I felt that beat switch was necessary in this song personally. Let us know what you think in the chat. Again, what I say does not necessarily mean that that's all that matters. Jordan Ruiz, make yourself known if that's you, Jordan Paradise. Then I'll make sure we bump you up and thank you for the gift, or thank you for the thing. Probably Twitch playback. There seems to be some phase correlation issues between the left-right tracks. There are periodic hollowness and some of the frequency bands. Yes, sir, it is. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's what it was. I mean, the mix to me on that one definitely did not feel as like polished as some of the other ones did, just in general. So it could be that, but it equally could just be the mix master on that song. There was definitely some things that I think could have been improved on the mix specifically on that one. But also, I do think that one of the things I would work on more immediately is probably delivery. And just kind of like making it feel a little bit more like, you know, I don't feel he's found the pocket for his voice quite yet. Smiley Wavy on Instagram, though, if you were rocking with that one, make sure you go follow. We got Paris Williams up next. Let's try and get through these 5 so we can get into some free bumps before the end of the stream. This is Alien Love by Paris Williams. Ooh. Still tweaking the mix master on this, so any notes are welcome. Different style for me. Let us know what you think in the chat. I love this. Are there cases where you feel like ad-libs? No. I honestly would say no, there isn't a time where I feel like they're not needed. But I'm a singer too by nature, so like for me it just feels like something that you should do. Like if I do harmonies, I'm doing like a 4 or 5 part harmony on a song every time. Plus runs, you know what I mean? So like it's rare that if I do a vocal take on anything that I record that I'm doing less than 2 to 7 tracks of vocals. Even on the verses. I love this. I have no feedback. Popstar Paris on Instagram. This synth could maybe come down the tiniest bit, just so it sits behind the vocals a little bit more. That one. Really cool though. I love the sound. Very alt R&B, very alt pop. Super catchy. This track could use some stacked horn shots to punch up the choruses even a little bit more, says Blackberry Jam Studios. I see what you're saying. I don't know if I necessarily agree that it needs it, but I could see it adding. And this reminds me a lot of like Van Buren Records Felix, specifically. A little bit of Tyler, a little bit of that kind of like odd future sound. And I really love it this way, to be honest. So that's the only reason I say I don't know if I think it needs it, but I definitely see where you're coming from. And it could sound really cool. I definitely would at least suggest trying it and seeing how you feel about it. I'm a big proponent of the just trying. You know what I mean? Could use, not need. Totally fair. Really fucking vibey though. I like this a lot. Definitely let me know that this drops, bro, because I'll put this in playlist without a doubt. I could see this going in a couple of the playlists I work on easily. Popstar Paris on Instagram. Make sure you go follow if you're rocking with this one. I like this a lot. I love how much content you're making too. This is beautiful. And this is the kind of shit that you guys need to be doing, bro. You really got to be pushing your shit and just making a lot of content. And I love that you're doing that actively, bro. That's great. This one's called Alien Love. It's not out yet, but we're definitely going to be keeping an eye out for it. Probably dropping in October. So make sure you go follow Popstar Paris on Instagram if you're rocking with that one. We have Maz up next. Wrote and produced this off the Project Worldwide Wrecking Crew with my bro Kid Revel. Oh, man, don't remind me about Revels. I live in New York, and they took our Revels away. Maz, Kid Revel. Oh, fuck yeah, Sao Paulo, Brazil. Just, you don't know this about me, but I absolutely love Brazilian funk. And just Brazilian, like, bossa nova, like, all that shit. I fucking love it, bro, so I'm probably gonna like this.
Never sleep, I've been always active. I just put a new bitch in a casket. Hell issues ain't never get past it. I just don't know, it just happened. Dog Martin hot, big on stepping. I'ma have some to rest, I'll stack it.
I was in New York a month ago, it was great. I love New York, bro, it's the best. You gotta drag me out of the city by my cold, dead hands, I think. I'm saving this, because I do like it. The mix could maybe be a little bit cleaner, but I really like the way this feels. So I don't even really care. What are we doing in New York, bro? Nah, this is a fucking vibe. I like this Maz type beat. The energy on this is fantastic. What does Empora mean? Yes, bro. Yes. Yes. I fucking love this rhythmic pattern of drums. I really love it, and I absolutely love the distorted aspect of it too. Like, it just sounds good, man. I fuck with this. Push in Portuguese. I like it. Had to pull this on Spotify. The baile funk is so dope. I love it, bro. Overblown bass is fucking sick. I agree. Produced myself. I love it. I tried to make a baile funk type beat recently, and I was pretty happy with it, honestly. Vocals might be a little too thinned out. That's the only thing that I hear too, is maybe the vocals. Might need a little more low mids help. Give it some weight in the mix. This is a fucking vibe, though. Ugh. It's filthy. It's filthy. Yeah, I'll play the beat for you guys real quick. We gotta get through your submissions, but I'll play it real quick. This is the one I made. It's not perfect by any means. There are things I don't like about it. I don't love my sound choices necessarily on the melodic part. But I play everything, so... Finna lock in on beats for the next week too. Wife's out of town, so I'm gonna just be producing as much as I can in my free time. I like it when it gets into this part. I want to change that synth though. It's just like with a vocal it'll sound better, you know? I also did the blown out fucking... Those shaper box on the pluck off to get some cool... Oh, I'll try that for sure. Yeah, I made this May 10th. I haven't made a beat since May, so this was like a long time ago. Stereo thing is sick, thank you. Yeah, it just needs some tweaking. Like, most of these synth sounds are still stock, so I just need to go in there and just do a little bit more fucking around with it. But yeah, I like this one. Rhythmically, I really like it. Like, I could hear a vocal going on it and feeling really good. But I'll make shit, like, I make all kinds of stuff. Like, I made this fucking dancehall beat that I was really happy with it. I made this on live. I made this live on Instagram one day, and I love this one. I just need like a real dancehall like artist on it. Sorry. Back to your music. But yeah, I do like to share with you guys, just so you know, like, I fucking do this shit too. So there's like, I'm constantly learning new shit about production and trying to figure out new ways to kind of achieve the things I'm going for. So yeah. Wii U Master, Real Shelby Ruger. I love this artist. You're gonna love this artist too. I'm not even gonna introduce it. But I'm sorry. You got Armstrong on this too? I love Armstrong, bro. This is so cute. Please do. I don't always find time to listen to albums all the way through. It's tough for me before they're out. But definitely send it to me when it's out, because we'll support on the Kayvan's House pages. Real Shelby Ruger on Instagram. Amazing artist. You gotta go follow her. This is cute. What's going on, bro? Welcome back. WW Armstrong. I fuck with both of these artists so heavy. This is sick. Great collab. When'd you guys make this? Do you think that one synth that feels a little Wii-esque is a little overpowering on the vocals right now? So I would just work on that balance and making sure the vocal still kind of cuts through a little bit better. That's it. A week ago? I fucking love it though. Very cool. As always, Shelby Ruger delivers. At Real Shelby Ruger on Instagram. Woo! We got Surf Mesa, Joe Farwick up next. One more free random bump from the submission form, and then Jordan Paradise. And then whatever time we have left, we'll try and do some free bumps. I don't know how many it's going to be today. We'll go on a raid after I get done, though, and I'll take you somewhere else where you guys can submit your music on Twitch and get feedback, or maybe get playlisted. This should have felt good at a function, or in the car, or at the crib, or everywhere. What's up? Would you talk to me? Let your heart shout. I love it. I love the way you guys go back and forth too. It's really nice. Hey, congratulations to you. That is huge. Does a little bit less than it used to, but still a really, really good part of the story, and congratulations to you. I know how good that feels. As somebody who works on the distribution side and helps artists get those placements, man, it is the best feeling in the world when you finally get those for an artist, or get them with an artist and their team. So congratulations to you. Which ones did you get on? Just out of curiosity. But everyone give it a little congrats, man. Pat yourself on the back, Joe. Let's get a round of applause for Joe. That's fucking great news, man. Congratulations. This is Energy by Surf Mesa. Up next, singer is Zeba. Everything else is me. All right, cool. Let's see what's up. Surf Mesa on Instagram. Did I play Ape Escape growing up? Heck yeah. You know it. You know I did. Dance Deep House. Oh, love it. So we're gonna get some dance music from you. Old ass motherfucker. Thanks, That's So Joy. I appreciate you dropping that on me just to call me old. Thanks. Also played Super Mario 64 on the N64 when it came out. But I was mad young when that happened, so leave me alone. Surf Mesa, this is hard, bro. I'm super into this type of music right now, so anytime. This is tough. You didn't know that I folk with this music so heavy, but I love this music. I'm a big Fred Again fan. I've been listening to a lot of like UK garage, house, kind of bass house, drum and bass stuff. Was this mixed on wireless earbuds, says Blackberry Jam Studios. Holy shit, you were there when they crossed the Red Sea and the people were freed. Yep. I was there, man. I walked right through that gap in the ocean. Jordan Paradise is it. This needs to be on GTA Radio too. This needs to be on the FIFA soundtrack. Sorry, EAFC. Oh, I see our friend Whipped Cream follows you. And Oblay, are you from Seattle? Are you from the PNW, bro? This is fucking tough, dude. Let's go, PNW! My wife's from Vancouver. She's literally on a flight back to Vancouver, British Columbia right now. I got hella love for people in the PNW, man. I bet you witnessed Moses belting it out and let my people go in real time. That's crazy, yeah. That's the homie Moses, bro. We broke bread, literally. Yeah, I just followed you from the Kayvan's house account. This is fire. I like this a lot. When does this drop? They need to make FIFA 2K25. So 2K did acquire rights to make a soccer game. We'll see what happens. I don't know if I want to see the soccer 2K game though. Maybe before end of year. Look, I feel that. Let me know when it does drop. And if you've got other music out right now too, like definitely go. Just an export from today. I mean, you killed it on this. I like it. Bass could be maybe a little heavier. I only ask because there are some hype tonal imbalances consistent with it with mixing. I'm not sure. Okay, what's been your latest obsession? I need to know. What I was gonna say to you though, Surf Mesa, is you should definitely go and comment on this post right here, because I'm making another playlist called Songs We Found in the Comments, and I'll be making content about it. And I have a feeling I'll probably like some of your other music too. And that goes for anybody who's in here. I'm gonna make this on Thursday, probably, the update for this content piece. So, just go there. EA just updated the kits and ratings. Yeah, it's true. But they've got the like football soccer game mechanics down, I think. I like this one a lot, man. Put this in any racing game, anything like that. Finding artists, alt/alias music. What does that mean? What does that mean? I need you to explain that, so Joy. Yeah, I fuck with that though. Really, really cool. I like the feeling of it. I'm gonna listen to it when it comes out. It's gonna go in a playlist. It's probably gonna go on my Songs to Kick About To playlist, which is my EAFC soundtrack. So definitely let me know when it drops. If you don't follow us on socials, make sure you go do that too. You know, everything is available there. I try to make it as easy as possible to support you guys. Oh yeah, that was fire. Dark Paradise, Joe Forward. Let us know what you think in the chat. Ooh. You mean like Kill Anthony or Kill Edward, like J. Cole's one? Yeah, Larry Fisherman was fire, actually. Girls looking at me like I'm Tobey Maguire. Is that a Spider-Man 3 reference? Or Eminem Can. I don't know if that counts. Does that count? Wait, I didn't know that Salt was Little Sims as well. I fuck with Salt. I feel like I knew it was Cleo Soul. I didn't know it was Little Sims. That's fire. Let us know what you think about this one, guys. I like this. I historically like a lot of music like this, though. So, it's probably a pretty easy sell for me if you send me something like this. I like the way that the vocals sound and feel, too, personally. By Joe Farwick, this is sick as fuck. Were you in Mongolia? What the fuck were you doing in Mongolia, bro? Wow, it looks beautiful. Sorry, I'll do this too. Like, if you guys send me, I'm gonna go look at your Instagrams and just see what you do. Recorded a video in the Gobi Desert. That's hard as fuck, bro. Bro's gonna drop a throat singing tape. Yo. Yo! I kind of fuck with throat singing. It's wildly unsettling, but I kind of fuck with it. I'm not gonna lie. Wildly unsettling. That's not what it sounds like, but it's kind of what it sounds like. Obviously not a trained throat singer over here. Yeah, I do fuck with it, bro. Very, very cool vibe overall. Jordan, because you're in the queue next, I'm gonna give this one to somebody else, sorry. Though, you know, you would've gotten lucky right there. My message was like a message to the world. I don't understand what it was asking. I'm dead. That's fine. Don't worry about it. No, so you are literally next. That's why I'm only... I will try. I think we'll have time to do a couple free ones. I might go a little bit over so we can get a couple free ones today. Who was that just now? Life. Don't know if you guys ever listened to Life Jennings, but, you know, it's hard to have the same name, Life, I think, as an artist. We'll see, though. Ilanla? What language is this? Guys, what language is this? Do you guys know?
Ngulungulu wami ngicela ungibheke ngifuna inhlanhla amandla ami ngathi ayaphela ngifuna inhlanhla umnyango wami ngathi angavuleka ngifuna inhlanhla isandla sakho ngathi singaluleka ngifuna inhlanhla isandla sakho ngathi singaluleka ngifuna inhlanhla isandla sakho ngathi singaluleka ngifuna inhlanhla ngifuna inhlanhla ngifuna inhlanhla isandla sakho ngathi singaluleka.
It means luck. Zulu. Whoa, that's kind of hard, bro. We're listening to Zulu music. This is my first time ever listening to music in Zulu. Mix is kind of rough, but honestly, language is kind of cool. I mean, I'm just intrigued. This is my first time ever hearing music in Zulu. I'm a musician from South Africa. Well, that makes sense. Life official forever. I mean, this dude is grinding. Look, we got content. This guy's making reels. He looks like he might be a child, but he's pushing his music. I mean, it kind of goes hard, other than the mix. It's kind of a vibe. Biggest thing here is just it needs an updated mix. It's got an unsettling feeling to it in the production. I maybe don't love the unsettling feeling in the production quite so much. But, I mean, bruh. I'm always excited to hear something in a different language. I like listening to music in different languages all the time. It's like something that I thoroughly enjoy. And also just like learning new languages. So this is really cool to hear music in Zulu for the first time ever. Especially hip hop as well. Like, I don't know that I've ever heard hip hop. I've heard South African hip hop, but not in Zulu, which is fucking hard. I like that. Biggest feedback, mix. You know what I mean? It's just getting that vocal mix right. But, I mean, I'm not mad. All right. Hold on. So, we got like 2 minutes left. I'll probably go, you know, like for another 10 minutes or so, and we'll just go 10 minutes over. But if you are in the chat and you want to get bumped up for free, put your artist name in the chat right now. We'll do a free bump section. It'll be rapid fire, so we'll only listen to 60 seconds of every single song that we go through. But we'll try and get through as many as possible. And like, you know, I'll probably cap it at like 8:10, 8:15. But I'll try and get through everybody where I can. I appreciate you guys being patient too, because sometimes we just get a lot of subs and we can't get to it. Give me a second while we watch this video, and I'll make this secondary queue, and we'll try and get as many people as possible, okay? This is Jordan Paradise with Elevator. In the meantime, I'll still let you know what I think in the chat. But I'm just gonna kind of build this queue as we go, okay? So, Shinobi. If you are still here, you want to get bumped up, put your artist name in the chat, man. I see some people not saying anything.
I'm begging forgiveness, don't know why they tripping, I keep it 100. I play my position, I work with intention, I'm keeping it.
Where are you from again, bro? Because you said you're from a really small island, right?
See where I'm going, I wreck the momentum, I'm keeping it rolling like rims on the business, they spin like I stole it. My foot on the pedal.
The video's kind of clean, to be honest. Saipan. We're about to go fucking Google that shit in a second. Nah, I'm about to Google it so everybody can understand what you're doing and where you're from. Because again, I've never heard another artist from Saipan before. I don't even know if I'm saying it right.
That's why I shoot my shot and I drain it. No point even try to explain it. They can't understand, they ain't speaking my language. I do a trick like poof and I
Videos fire, says Young Za. Sipan, sorry, thank you. Thank you for correcting me. I hate being wrong on pronouncing things. Just for reference of where this is.
We be making moves like the click of the shoes, but this isn't Kansas.
It's really closer to the Philippines than America. But for some reason, the US still owns it. It's on the radio here. I fucking love it. Saipan. Didn't I say Saipan?
Nowadays, everybody trying to be hard. Trying to hide from the world that they scarred. Brother, just give it to God.
Are you born and raised there? One KS says, not gonna lie, this dude looks like 7th grade history teacher, and he said, I'm a substitute teacher. I'm dead. I mean, bro, I love that you're hustling. I love that you're making content. I love that you're doing videos out there. Like, are you from California? How did you end up in Saipan? I'm not mad at this at all. I got family out here, bro. I would work on delivery a little bit. I still think you find in your pocket vocally. Moved here because Cali sucks. I'm dead, bro. I'm not the biggest California fan either, so I kind of get it. Seems like you're kind of living in paradise right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. It seems beautiful. Definitely. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm sorry. When you have a video that looks like this, because naturally this is where you live. I mean, how could you not shoot videos that look like movies? Keep doing your thing, bro. I think for me, the things that I work on are probably just delivery and kind of figuring out the vocal pocket. I don't know that you found the vocal pocket yet, but I mean, it's really cool. And I love to see you doing it. I like that your note said positivity is key too. Like, honestly, like I do kind of feel the same way. Jordan Paradise Music on Instagram. I mean, bro, I would just continue to keep making content and figure out more ways to push your music, because I think that's it. And then try and like just find your audience. Like, we tell artists to niche down a lot, and I think sometimes that does help. So like knowing what audience you're trying to market towards and like who you want as your listener base might help a little bit. Super Sky, what's going on? Yeah, so you don't drop it in the music sharing channel. That is a different thing within the Discord. If you want to submit, use this link that I just put in the chat for you. If you're with us on TikTok, come to Twitch. But I am about to end stream in like probably 5 minutes. But we are going through free bumps right now. So for the next like 10 minutes, maybe I'll do 15 minutes. We're going to bump people up from the chat for free. So submit your music now if you want to. Put your artist name in the chat if you're not in the queue already, and I'll do free bumps. We'll only listen to about 60 seconds. Though if you want to wait, I'm back on Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern time too. Blackberry Jam says, on that last track, maybe try revoicing the piano a bit. It's stepping on the vocals a little tonal separation would support the vocals better. I love that feedback. This is Accelerate by Shinobi. I love this artist, bro. I'm a big fan of this artist by nature. We love you too. This is a single that I'm going to drop after the next one I'm about to drop next week. So this is not the one coming out. Next. You're on the list. You might not be the last one, but you're going to be on there. Hard, brother. I love that. Woo! Shinobi, SH1NOB101. Go follow this artist right now, bro. He's already been in our best stuff playlist with his group Quajo, or his brother Quajo. Brother? He's your brother, right? Quajo's your brother? Super Sky says this is hard. Give me Toby Lou Osmino vibes. Definitely. Definitely. Very playful, very fun music to listen to. Great production, great vocals. Twin brother, yeah. If you've ever listened to Quajo, then you'll like Shinobi. And if you haven't listened to Quajo, then you should. You'll also like Quajo if you like Shinobi. Hey. Oh, I hate that I have to stop it, but we are in rapid fire mode. SH1NOB101 Shinobi. Make sure you go follow if you're rocking with that. Definitely go listen to the rest of his music. It's very good. I'm not lying to you. If you like a twin, you like the other. I mean, that's not necessarily always the case, but there's similarities musically and like inspiration musically that I think crosses over between the both. And it's very fun and playful music to listen to overall. So I just think that you will like both. That's all I'm saying. Please send it to me, bro. Please send it to me. Drew Empire with another one. I think your vocal delivery sounds good on this too. I know I said earlier I wasn't sure, but I think again this fits a lot for this style. It's not wrong. Alright, Drew, I feel like you're finding a cool pocket for yourself, bro. I'm liking this like fun kind of sound and playful music that you sent over today.
If it don't race total, rather not be social. Gotta save my vocal, how a bro go global. Don't send shots, I'm the one who make them bangers.
I would maybe cut your ad-libs up a little bit. I like the delayed kind of feeling on them. I do wish they were a little bit more present in the mix. That's about it.
So I gotta be strong.
That's it, really.
I don't know what they own.
I'm liking the delivery style, though. I do think you found a nice little pocket for your voice, especially with the production choices. Drew Empire _ on Instagram. We had another one from him earlier on today that was really fun, too. Make sure you go follow if you're rocking with that. And connect. Go support these artists. It's easy to go support artists, and that's what we're all about here. Black Row up next. Nice to meet you. Let us know what you think in the chat. Young Za, we're definitely going to let you turn up the live. Don't worry. We got a few more minutes left. I'm going to go a little bit over tonight, but I do need to go make some dinner. I did just work a full 12-hour day. Love the sample clip on this. Vocal still feels a little thin, a little squashed. Gibson was good. We're going to be live on Twitch for like the next 5 minutes. But I do have this every Monday and Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So I'll be back on Thursday from 6 to 8. In the meantime, go check out some of the series that I have available for artists to submit their music for free. Both here and on Instagram as well. It's the same username everywhere, okay? This one's cool. I wish there was a little bit more presence in the vocal. That's it. I just wish that the vocal was a little bit more in your face. I don't know that there's anything other than the mix to do that, because like you have a really nice voice, you have a nice tone. I just wish it was a little bit more like oomph in the vocal mix specifically. All right, we got another one up next. Femi, N-word.
What I don't understand is
that's it. No, you don't have to come back Thursday. Just for anybody who submitted, right? That's it. On the Shut Up track, even though it's already mastered, the mix gives you a little more love as you get lower in volume to a casual conversation level up. Yes, that's always a good way to reference your mixes too. Turn it down. Submit it on Thursday, because I do need to go make dinner. I'm very hungry. But I'm going to get through Ben's Baby probably, unless there's anybody else who's in the chat who hasn't gotten played yet. And then I'll try and get it. But if you have been played already, then save it for Thursday. Femi, 79 on Instagram. I'll fuck with this artist. I playlisted a lot of the releases that have come out. But yo, Femi, do me a favor, bro. When you have releases coming out, just put them in this release calendar that I linked in the chat. Because it's free to do that, or have your manager do it. Because it'll just help me keep up and not miss any of these releases. I really genuinely fuck with your music. And like, I like a lot of the things that I've heard, because this is, again, a style of music that I love listening to. So just make sure you keep me updated on these releases, because I'm down to support most of them. Most of the songs I've listened to from you, I've been like, fuck with this. It's going in the playlist. Reminds me of a lot of rappers that I do really enjoy right now. It's super current sound, very Atlanta. Femi79 on Instagram. Make sure you go follow. We've got Young Za. You want to go last, Young Za? Then fuck it. We'll play Ben's Baby next. I'll put you last. Just because you requested it. Wrong way. Ben's Baby. I love this artwork. Off rip. Let's see who we're going to raid after we get off stream tonight. I got a couple minutes left, but we are going to work. It's probably going to be Big Duck because he's live right now. He's my favorite music streamer. I say this all the time. He is truthfully my favorite music streamer on Twitch. So he's just the best vibes, good people, good community.
Niggas test me, fucking with my patience. She won't caress me.
I like this one. Similar bit of feedback. Slightly too much delay, reverb on the vocal. It might be a stylistic thing. For me, it's always going to be something that I hear. If I feel like it's a separate element almost altogether, it's going to kind of detract from me. That might be just a very specific to me thing, but it is something that I think I always kind of hear in a lot of mixes. If there's too much reverb delay on a vocal, it's definitely something that's going to stand out to me. So that's maybe the only thing I would say on this one. Vocal tone is good, artwork is good, beat choice is good. Vocal could maybe be a little bit louder, but that's about it. Alright, last one, because there's no one else here, and then we're going to go raid our guy Big Duck Energy Music. If you were rocking with that one, make sure you go follow Ben's Baby. Ben's, 2 Z's, 2 I's, Ben's Baby. Yeah, for me, I think it's just a little bit too much reverb delay for me, personally, on the vocal. Felt like it was a lot on the lead as well. And then just a little bit squash on the vocal. I wish they were a little bit wider and just kind of cut through a little bit more. Young Za, hang with us. This is probably going to be our last one for the night, but like I said, we're back on Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Time, too. So if you are with us on the chat here, follow me here, follow me on Instagram. Go join the Discord. It's free to do it. There's a lot of other free submission-based playlist opportunities for you guys, too, within my content, so make sure you go send it there. Oh no, bro. Feel better soon. Alright, you weren't lying to me, Young Zion. Fuck with this. Gonna go save this on Spotify because this is getting playlisted right now. Hang with us. Is this out yet? Bro, you have not put this on streaming yet, have you? It's just on YouTube. This is hard as fuck. Young Za. Brother. Cause my ambition crazy. Yeah, I'm just trying to got a little Polo G in you, huh? And all I saw my friends, some niggas I ain't knew was me. They turned their back on me. You got a little Polo G in you. Where you from? I'll fuck with this. Hey bro, look, I'm gonna tell you one thing, because I've interviewed a lot of the street rappers at Genius, and I've talked to some of the best of them. The one piece of advice I'm gonna give you right now, keep your head down, bro, and focus on this shit, because you definitely have something. This music is good, alright? Don't get caught up on all the other shit, because this music is good. This video is strong, and I think a lot of people are gonna fuck with you. Sometimes I might drop to my knees, but still won't go to churches. It get hard to read the Bible. I'm too busy writing verses. I'm about to follow you right now. I like this a lot. No, I like this a lot, bro. This is a good song. He's got a good hook. Delivery is great, bro. Yeah, this is tough, bro. I like this a lot. I like it so much I've listened to the whole thing. So I wasn't supposed to. I'm not gonna lie, this video is clean. This is hard, bro. How old are you? I'm trying to ask you questions. How old are you, bro? Man. Oh, that reminds me of... Yo, you just remind me of Young Polo a lot, bro. You just turned 18? Vocal could come up a tiny bit in the mix if I was going to be real picky. Maybe slightly less delay, but it fits in that space sonically so well. Just Paris, so this is tough, bro. I know, you're telling me. You're telling me, I know. I believe you. You've convinced me. I gotta listen to more. I gotta listen to more. I can't make a judgment off of one song, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I do like this a lot. I'm impressed. I'm impressed by the on-camera presence. I'm impressed by the on-camera performance. I made that when I was 15. Everybody just loved that song. You made this song when you were 15? Well done. You personally don't like the song. I'm dead, bro. It's like that. That's being an artist, though. It's like you outgrow music that you make when you're younger. I feel the same way about music I made when I was younger, too. But that's the most recent thing you put out, huh? I gotta go make dinner, but now I'm just like, sorry guys. Sometimes it's like this.
But I still think I broke die, give me chills. When I was down, I was complaining, homie. And now I got my crown, they trying to take it from me. I can't live inside of town, no niggas hating on me. So I can't live inside of town, forget I made it from me. These bitches be OD and niggas be phony. It's hard to even give much my time. I'm out by my lonely, still keeping it on me. A nigga play with me, he gotta die.
Alright, bro. I'm about to dive in. We're gonna go on a raid. I'm very pleasantly surprised at that. Sometimes, man, people will come in the chat and they'll be saying things and then it turns out that it's not really that tight. This is the opposite situation. Well, you came in and you were telling me it was tight. It was very tight. I'm gonna have to go listen to more. Let's definitely tap in, bro. I'm gonna be listening. I'm gonna be keeping track. We're gonna go hit this raid with Big Duck Energy music. I know I lost some people because I just went down a rabbit hole on some Young Za music, but bro, I'm not upset. All right, I'm out. Back on Thursday, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern time. Okay. Ooh, maybe I'll make some s'mores for dinner tonight. Back on Thursday, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you tap in on everything. If you haven't joined the Discord, join the Discord. Free opportunities in there. Make sure you go follow us on Kayvan's House. Free opportunities there as well. We got some more playlist opportunities, more playlists updating soon, and keep your eye out for the content of the things we found on Twitch today. All right. Appreciate you guys. Have a great one. We're going to end with our community playlist draft. We're going to go raid our guy, Big Duck. Okay? So shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to all the new subscribers, new followers. I'll see you soon. Have a good rest of your week. Peace.
Touching like you want us to be something. Give me one good reason.
W stream because of a W community. Thank you guys. I'll see you soon. Have a good rest of your week. Peace.
Even if it's for the moment. Tell me, is this what you want? Cause girl, I give it all I got. All I got. Feel so right. You look the
was very good, guys. Extremely